Hello, everyone, and welcome on in. It is I, Mad Gamer Second. I am joined by the one and only Riffy. We are here with some more CCA action, and if I remember correctly, we are in the fourth qualifier so far. But tell me, Riffy, how are you doing this fine morning?
I'm doing wonderful today, especially knowing that there is going to be a ton of CCA action that we are going to get to cover. Today, we are going to be looking at a Division 2 match up first between
Mmm.
HLG Blue and the Mississippi State Seadawgs.
Ooh, excellent. We got some nice Splatoon action lined up for you today, like you said, and we are just getting started. But is there anything you can tell us about these two teams, like any interesting tidbits that we could look out for?
So I'm not super familiar with these teams, but I know that the team I coach is good friends with HLG Blue, given they are from one of the Cal State schools, to my knowledge. So
Mmm.
definitely fun to see some West Coast representation. And we're going to see the Mississippi State Sea Dogs, obviously a bit more from the East Coast. So a bit of a battle here between the two regions.
Ooh, yes, indeed. A Battle of the Coast right here. Now, I'm originally from the East Coast, so I have a little bit of bias in that arena, but you know what? I can't really speak now that I'm out in the Midwest, so. But yeah, it's going to be interesting nonetheless. Now, to catch me up on, like, do you know, like, when for this, like, so what we got going on today, how is that going to impact, like, future matches along the way?
So we're currently in a Swiss format. So basically, depending on how well you do in the first round, you will be matched up with people with similar records as you go along. So if you go 1
Mmm.
0, there's a very high chance that you're going to get to fight against a team that also goes 1-0 for getting even more points. And if you go 0-1, no big deal because you still got another 3 rounds to go where you can earn up as
Mm-hmm.
many points as you can, especially in this new qualifier format where every single game that you play in this Swiss stage will contribute to your overall score on the leaderboard. And especially given these
Mm.
leaderboards can be incredibly close, you definitely want to make sure that you're giving it your all each game.
Oh, absolutely. It's like this will, like you were saying, just like they'll set you up like whether you face someone that's a little bit higher difficulty or someone a little bit lower difficulty, but like it is just like it's the chill stage. Like you want to just kind of like figure out, get your rhythm going, and then like build up as many points as possible. So it's not quite the do or die just yet.
Hmm. Definitely.
Fantastic. Well, I am excited. I am excited. Now I know we are getting the lobby set up for our first matchup. Again, it is HLG Blue versus the Mississippi State Seadawgs. Now I was watching a little bit of some Splatoon last night, even, and it was interesting just seeing kind of how some of the comps are coming out. And I know that we have a lot more variety now more than ever. So, is there anything that you are looking forward to? Any like weapons or comps that you kind of want to see out here?
I'm personally a very big Splatling enjoyer. Definitely hoping to see some
Yes.
Splatlings, potentially a heavy edit, um, potentially even seeing some heavies, a mini, anything along those lines would be really fun to watch, in my opinion, just because I'm such a fan of of the whole
Bro,
weapon class.
I am right there with you. Heavy splatling is my baby. I would love to see some sort of splatling action. And I know that edit is like one of those go-to just because it has the cooler, but I have seen on the occasion the crab edit played in as well. Love to see that. Um, yeah, just any sort of splatling would be fantastic. I know that decaf has been on the rise lately. Both the vanilla, the mint, and the charcoal variations. It kind of lends itself to that the midline support that not many other weapons have kind of been able to fill. We usually most of our support has been either in the back line or the like kind of the short range with like the splash and some of the shooters. So it is interesting how that kind of plays out. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I know that Bubbler has been pretty popular, specifically because of the decaf and just the fact that some of the cooler, or yeah, some of the cooler alterations makes it so like you kind of got to run a little bit more than usual, or just you got to have some sort of backup when the cooler is not readily available. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. Fun to watch.
Absolutely. As we are going into the beginning of our match, we see HLG Blue already getting some points after the Mississippi State Sea Dogs had their push to 39. Mississippi State Sea Dogs will have the cooler online, going to be placed onto the left side. They're also going to have a Dreadringer and a Ballpoint alongside the Carbon. Very interesting to see the Ballpoint here, as we are both Splatling fans. As we see, it's currently 3-2 on the board. This could be Mississippi State Seadawgs' chance to push yet again, as HLG Blue takes the lead.
Indeed, and that's going to be a nice lead right there. They're still ticking away. They are going to be going 2 down, and the zone is going to flip with a nice 3 down for Mississippi Seadawgs here. And like you said, like, there's an interesting combination. I love to see the ballpoint in action. I think it's really helpful here, but they got to watch out because we do see that rapid pro deco on the other side, which is the bane of pretty much any backline's existence if it's able to get an angle on you. But we are going to be seeing the 2 of the Mississippi going down, 3 members, just the ballpoint. They're going to be backing up, and the MLG Blue is going to be taking it back before they can get that lead.
Absolutely. We see Sharksy81 painting up for that Inkjet, as we see Ivysaur on the side of HLG Blue going to be pushing up alongside their Octobrush, as Inkjet will come out, going to find a pick. Currently in a bit of an advantage state for Mississippi State Seadawgs, as Hinkity actually going to be pushing up quite a bit with the NZAP, as they're going to secure an assist for their team, as Mississippi State Seadawgs retakes control of the zone.
Yeah, MLG Blue not quite able to hold it for very long. Mississippi Seadawgs really trying to go for that lead right there. They want to be able to hold on to it, get a nice splat on the Dynamo, but they are going to lose their Dread and their Zap. We'll see if the Carbon and the Ballpoint are able to hold out. They just got to watch out for the Zipcaster, and it is going to be the zone flip back in MLG Blue's favor, but they do lose 2 of their members in the process. Make that 3. Once again, it is just the rapid pro deco, and Mississippi they got it locked down right now. They got some nice positions. Even with the 2 down, they were still able to maintain control.
Yeah, now they have the Reach Ladder online, which we know has definitely been through its fair share of buffs, giving it a very large hitbox. Jetpack is actually going to come out first before to counter that Crab Tank. Just going to destroy the Crab Tank and the Crab Tank user that Splash. So now Mississippi State Seadawgs in place to take the lead now, as looks like the Dreadringer actually pushing up quite a bit here. Going to find the pick onto the Dynamo. That's no cooler for HLG Blue. HLG Blue has to go down now, as it's going to be a quick wipeout for the Mississippi State Seadawgs as they get the first map.
I like the play, or just like the strategy that Mississippi Seadawgs had going into that. Like, they have some of a balance of like that front line and sort of that paint support. You know, the Ballpoint doing an excellent job just making sure they stay alive and give jumps in for their team. But just the Dreadringer and then the Carbon Roller pushing up right there at the end. They have a lot of ledge control right there. They're able to be underneath there and just make sure that MLG Blue can't drop safely, not without getting contested. So it's good to see just like they're able to make use of that.
Absolutely. I loved seeing that aggression from the Mississippi State Seadawgs. As you said, the Dreadringer being a very pivotal weapon in those team fights, because you just saw they had the Reach Slider online, they were holding it as much as they could on the enemy plat, and just being overall a really big impact on the battlefield. As we are going next to, I believe, Clamblitz on Mako Mart, which is a little bit divisive. You don't see it super often, but it definitely makes for a very interesting game given the amount of options you have, and it also doesn't have the longest climb route in the world, which I think contributes to how unique it is. I know some people might not be the biggest fans of it, but in my opinion, it makes for a very unique map mode.
For sure. Now we did see like the Marlin. I think like Marlin Airport was the last one. Just is a different layout compared to Makamar. It's like we saw how they were able to utilize the Dreadringer and the Ballpoint, really utilize that open space in the middle, but you get Makamart, it's such a different map. It's so tight, and especially when you're going for Clamblitz, you really got to be watching all those different avenues, because if you have just like a little rat weapon, some sort of frontliner, they can sneak around for that left side, or yeah, if you're not paying attention, just get around to the bastions. So it does more so than even like zones or tower control. You have to be watching all the different avenues that Makamart has to offer.
Absolutely, and I think that's really the beauty of Clamblitz, in my opinion, just being able to approach an objective from so many angles and so many routes in the most ideal situation. You see it on maps like crab leg to a lesser extent museum, and we're going to see it definitely here on Mako Mart. Definitely being able to do those sort of
Hmm.
strategies, and I'm definitely very excited to see if any weapon changes come out because, as you said, Imad, any sort of rat weapon could be really, really powerful here in turning fights.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely looking to see how that carbon is used because that is one of those rat weapons that we were talking about, and it is so deadly on Malcolm Mard. Clamblitz especially is like it was doing a good job of like, even with the open areas on Marlin, it was able to stay underneath those ledges, make sure that there was not a free drop anywhere, and Malcolm Mard is so much more, so much all of that. And so if they're not careful, like they could be running to that carbon. They have to figure out a way to kind of like keep that carbon in check, I think.
Absolutely. As we are going to be set into the as we're going to be getting ready into the second game, everybody has selected their weapons as we are onto the loadout screen. As we are going to see actually a Wiper and a Neo Splash coming out from the side of
Ooh,
HLG Blue, and we're going to see a
ooh,
Zimmy come out from the side of the Mississippi State Seadawgs.
ooh! We're getting all this Splatland action today. We got that heavy edit on the one side, and then the Zimmy on the other. Really, I'm seeing also the carbon coming out from both sides as well. So both of these teams really looking for that kind of the front line with the paint support combo right there. We're gonna see who can really utilize that the best. But we see the carbon really trying to get in at that Wiper, try to take space early. Mississippi Seadawgs, so much map control, and they already have a power clam in possession. If we're able to get a special line to kind of flush them out, they can get a nice clam push going, but unfortunately that is going to be 3 down with just a Zimmy remaining.
Yeah, excellent job from HLG Blue being able to use those tri-strikes, not necessarily to get a pick, but to set up the picks is very important to get. As currently the Trizuka coming out from Mississippi State Seadawgs, it's going to be a 3-on-3 situation right now. As HLG Blue, currently pushing a little bit forward, will end up in a trade, but 2 down on the side of Mississippi State Seadawgs, and a potential Ultra Stamp on the line could be very beneficial for HLG.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ooh, but we are going to be seeing them getting a nice 2 down off of MLG, but no, MLG Blue coming in from behind, getting their power clam open. They were not ready for that. They had 2 players down, but they weren't able to secure the basket in time, and now they're going to be losing 2 of their own players with MLG Blue just taking space and starting to push up. Now this is going to be dangerous for the Seadawgs here because like taking a kind of a blow like that, like they have to regroup, they have to be able to get back in. But right now, this MLG Blue, good positioning, good spacing right now.
Yeah, an unfortunate 2 down for HLG Blue though, as the Trizuka comes out. I believe the Cooler is also coming out from HLG, but nobody's really there to grab it as we're in a bit of a delayed wipe situation for HLG Blue as Mississippi State Seadawgs Kanye West is pushing up a bit with this carbon roller. It's going to be 2 down on the side of Mississippi State again, as HLG Blue was able to recover from their delayed wipe.
Right now, we're getting down to the second half of this match. Still a 100 to 80 point value right now. Another 2 down to make a delayed 3 down off of the Seadawgs. And so MLG Blue is really looking to get another power clam in at this point in time. No specials online GS yet, but you know as soon as those strikes or the Zuka comes online, there's going to be a bit of a blitz there. But the carbon is going to be going down. That's going to be that Zuka out of commission, and that carbon, that rat weapon just not in the play anymore. We're going to be seeing Seadawgs trying to get a special of their own. The flank coming around. They're going to be going for the basket, getting it in. The Wiper just coming in from the backside, and another 2 down. They can get a lot of points off this push right here.
Excellent job getting those 2 power claims in from the side of HLG Blue, especially led by Saturday, the Wiper of HLG Blue. Just being able to use that mobility so much. But the Mississippi State Seadawgs responding well. It's just going to be the heavy edit left on the side of HLG Blue as they're going to get it down to the 38 with 2 minutes remaining.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is not looking good for the Seadawgs right here. Like, we've had 3 minutes in this match so far, and they haven't been able to get a push going just yet. MLG Blue doing an excellent job at just, like we were talking about before, really utilizing those alternate routes, keep them on their toes. Like, even when it feels like MLG Blue, Seadawgs have that kind of map control, just the Wiper or the Carbon coming in from the side just kind of set them off kilter, coming with the score.
Absolutely. Excellent job using those two specials in tandem with one another. It's going to be one down on the side of HLG Blue. These Carbons fighting out. It's going to be a victory for the Mississippi State Seadawgs, as HLG Blue still has a power clam. Going to be able to find a pick. Bubble will get set up near that basket for the Mississippi State Seadawgs, as currently they're going to make a push down to the 60, but it doesn't look like they have any more follow-up plans, as that's going to be actually a wipeout in favor of HLG Blue.
Ooh. Oh, you hate to see that. Like, it's one of those modes where, like, if you get a wipeout like that, it just gives the other teams so much space to work with. And the strikes are coming out. They have 2 power clams. If those get in, that's going to be, a lot of points. But they're holding strong. Like, even with the wipeout, they're going to be
Ooh, it's a 3 down.
their defense. 3 members down, and they are not letting them get any more points in. They have one more chance. They can get this lead back, but they're going to need at least 1, 2 power clams, plus a few extra. So this is going to be the final moment right here.
Absolutely. Currently, it's the NZAP on the duty of collecting as many clams as they can, just using that mobility to potentially just brute force a power clam in and start the clock ticking. They're going to aim for it, but unfortunately they fall just short. Going to go down to the burst bomb. The Reef Slider is going to try and recover that power clam. Looks like it's not going to go in yet again. Very unfortunate for the Mississippi State Seadawgs. Yet another person attempts to go for the basket. It's going to be I believe the Zap going in yet again. One last member gets it in, but I don't think there's any follow-up.
No follow-up
Wait,
whatsoever.
here comes the Carbon, and here comes the Zimmy.
There's clams right there. They can keep it open. Oh, the Zimmy's got to throw them in, but no. Bass is going to close, even with 3 down on MLG Blue. They just didn't have the spare opportunity to throw the clams in and keep it going. That was so unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed for the side of the Mississippi State Seadawgs, but as of now, it is currently 1-1. So both teams, they've put points on for the leaderboard, and we're going to be able to see in this next map who is going to be able to take the set and who is going to be able to start their journey 1-0 in this set.
No, this is going to be fantastic. This is the game point right now. Like, we're had that first game. It's pretty close, honestly. It feels like they have kind of their strengths of what they're looking for. You know, with what they brought out for the first game, MLG Blue, or I'm sorry, no, the Seadawgs, they really excelled at that zones map. But then when they came back to Clanblitz, HLG Blue just like, nah, we got this, fam. And so we're gonna see which one is able to come out top on this next one. And I don't know, because what was changed. Maybe it was like the comp change that set things different, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Definitely. Really excited to see if the Wiper stays on the side of HLG Blue, because that was a very pivotal part of being able to see if, they're able to get the pushes started, just being able to take those alternate routes, being able to cause as much of a distraction as possible, and
No, absolutely. And like, I feel like the Wiper, like I said, was pretty pivotal. Like, even with the Carbon Roller on both sides, it was the Wiper that was kind of doing those more aggressive plays, those cheeky flanks. And I think because it had kind of the range to deal with the Carbon Roller but still be as aggressive as a Carbon Roller, it was what they needed to kind of offset that pick right there. But overall, I'm trying to remember, the Zimmy was
Mississippi State.
Yeah, Mississippi State had the Zimmy right there, so it was going to be the edit coming out on top for that one. But still, love to see the Zimmy pick. I can see like the play there, like it has a bubbler. If they're able to set up under basket, that's such a huge play. I think specifically for Makomard, it can be difficult because when you set it up under the basket, it gives that weak point like right at the eye line of the opponent, so they can just shred it almost immediately.
Absolutely. Bubble placement is a very, very big part of this game, especially as Bubble comes into the meta more. Just being able to dictate where you want the attention drawn to yourself is very, very important, because that's going to determine where are people looking, where's the paint on the map going to go, and determines all of these factors, like where the rest of the specials are going to go as well. It really can be so pivotal in deciding how a fight turns out.
Oh, absolutely. Like, even when it's not on the objective, you can't ignore it. If you ignore it,
Mhm.
that's just like free space for the enemy. Not only do you have just like a protective bubble, but it allows for more jump ins for those who are down and just allows whoever is in the bubble to paint for free. So it's like, you gotta deal with it. You kind of gotta focus your attention. So, if, like you said, if used correctly, it can be a distraction tool or it can be an objective pusher, either way.
Absolutely. As we're going to go into our third game here, just quickly looking at the map list,
Mm hmm.
we are going to see that the final final game of this round will be Rainmaker on Crab Lake Capital. So definitely very exciting to see if we will see any more splatling action, because being
Oh,
able to
yeah.
use those grapes to your advantage is very, very pivotal, especially on a map like this.
Oh, absolutely. Great start. Splatling's best friend, like, is only tempered by the fact that the pencil can also run speed like a Splatling. But you know what? We're just going to ignore that. We're going to still say that
Mhm.
Splatlings are the king of greats and let them do their thing. But so far, like, neither team has really opted to run the pencil. They've been opting to kind of run the, we have the ballpoint on the one side, but then also the rapid deck, which is honestly a good pick as well because it can play that low ground against um, other backlines who tend to take the high ground.
Yeah, and the first thing I'm seeing in this weapon loadout right now is going to be the Bamboozler Mark II from BL on the side of Mississippi State. Being able to use those
Ooh.
super chumps can be a very underrated pushing tool, as it's currently 2 down on the side of HLG Blue. Make that a 3 down situation, as it's currently just the Octobrush left, going to wisely opt to jump out as the Carbon is pushing forward.
Yeah, the Cardinals coming from the right side, but the Rainmaker's gonna be opting to go to the left side. A nice little juke. They have all the bases covered. And then look at this. All like half of MLG Blues having to deal with a carbon roller, and that's gonna be free points for the Mississippi Seadawgs right there. But they are gonna take 2 members down through that push. Still a lot of good map control and made a lot of blue paint out there. So MLG Blue, they're gonna have to expend a few resources just to break out right now. But I do see a Zuka that is online for the Cardinals, so unless they are able to find it, nope, it's going to get popped. But they are going to be taken down along with the Zap. That's going to be a nice player advantage for the MLG Blue.
Absolutely. HLG Blue just playing this the Rainmaker playing this very patiently right now, which is what you'd love to see from a Rainmaker user. Just being able to use the main weapon of the Rainmaker to its advantage as well. As HLG Blue going to get the checkpoint with not that many picks, but the combination of this Tenebrella and the Rainmaker shield is going to give them the lead as the NZAP shuts them down, as it's going to be a 2 down situation now for HLG Blue.
That was honestly amazing right there. We saw the 10 shield come out and then the splash wall right up front. They were able to get a nice little lead right there. And still, again, they have 3 players up and a lot of map control to work with. So if they're going to be stalling out the Seadawgs push back out right now, but unfortunately, that is going to be 2 members down off of MLG Blue. Carbon here. But, oh, they're holding onto the Rainmaker corner here. The Carbon's going to be taking a pick right there, looking for that second here. The Brush is going to get that fight, and it's just kind of stalled out right now. A little bit of a scrappy fight. Neither team has a solid hold on mid at this point.
Definitely like seeing that distraction from HLG Blue, given the more time you can run out, especially with Felita 29, the better, because you can just keep the gas pedal moving, especially with that Tenebrella shield and the Octobrush. Just putting up so much, I guess you could call it melee fighting power, as currently it's a 3-on-3 situation, as neither team really has a significant advantage here. Mississippi State has a good deal of paint on the board, as the Trizuka is going to come out for HLG Blue. 1, 2, 3, not going to find a pick yet, but the teammates of HLG Blue will be able to find 2 picks in return.
Indeed, indeed. Now we're getting to the second half of this match. Still a pretty close game. Like, it's not a whole difference in the points right now. Both teams are going to be taking a player out. Carbon is just kind of... They are wrecking havoc. They aren't being taken down, but like they're keeping them occupied for the time being. They're just being a little mess up in the grace. Not something you'd expect of the Carbon. And the fact they have that Zuka online. Ooh, they better watch out. There's going to be one looking for a second. They're going to be taking that left side flank for the Rainmaker, but the Zuka's going to be taking out the Carbon roller. Let's see if they're...
Would they have to watch out for the wall?
They're not going to be able to get any more points off that. The wall was very well placed by that squeezer right there.
Absolutely, and now the Squeezer are going to have another Trizuka online for the side of HLG Blue. These Zukas just keep on coming from both sides of the battlefield, as we're going to see Bamboozler get taken down by the Rainmaker, currently a 3-on-3 situation. Jetpack will expire very shortly, as currently a very big advantage for HLG Blue, as they're just going to keep finding pick after pick. The 10 Umbrella Shield is going to advance, which is going to give more map control to HLG Blue, as they just want to keep this lead as much as possible.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like they have a minute left to hold it. Not enough time to kind of hold the Rainmaker, but they can certainly stall for as much time as they can. And with 2 players down off of the Mississippi Seadawgs, like they could certainly set themselves up for a nice little stall in this last minute here. Like potentially, if they're able to get kind of the picks that they want, they can go for some more points. But they are certainly playing the smart play. They're making sure that they don't overextend, just holding as much base as possible for as long as possible.
Definitely. Actually going to take it to that corner, as you said. Making sure that you're as far away from your teammates as possible, so that way you don't blow up your teammates in the process, which I may or may not have done in a Rainmaker game, as we're going to see the Carbon just playing very aggressively yet again over these grates, going to pave the way for their team potentially, as it's currently the splash down on the side of HLG Blue. Make that the tent. That's a lot of defense gone, but the Octobrush on the side of HLG Blue is going to cause the Carbon to have to pick it up yet again, or potentially the okay, it's going to be the Carbon, but we are going into overtime now, as it's currently a battle in straight line, as HLG Blue with one Zuka shot is able to secure themselves the first set win.
Man, that was such a close battle. Like they were setting themselves up for a nice little push, but then of course the Zuka, you gotta watch out for that Zuka on this map, and just was able to shut down that push immediately. Very well played by MLG Blue, keeping that under control for the last minute there. And like you said, like they're gonna be taking the set. That's gonna be points in their favor moving on.
Very, very exciting stuff from both teams. We saw a lot of special action coming out from both sides. I especially loved seeing those Zukas come out from the side of both sides, honestly, from the tent to the squeezer to both of the Carbons. It was definitely a lot of fun to see as a former Zuka player, as a former shot player. So definitely really exciting stuff to see in this first round, as HLG Blue most likely going to go up against another 1-0 opponent. Mississippi State probably going to go against another 0-1 opponent here, as we are going to go into the second round of Swiss stage very shortly.
Yes, indeed. And we will be setting up that match. I love that combo with the Temporal and the squeezer that you're talking about. Just like that one push was all I needed to move it on. But do we go to a break at this point, or do we keep it rolling until we get the next match set up?
I believe we'll have to see from our folks over at production.
All right, so we will take a short break. Again, MLG Blue getting 2-1 against the Mississippi State Seadawgs, taking it on and going up on the point board. But in the meantime, we'll be going to a short break, so stay tuned and stay hydrated. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the CCA's 4th ever qualifier. I am Riffy here, joined by IMAD.
Hello, hello, it is I, the Matt Gamer, and we have your next matchup, the Towson Tigerfish versus the Titans of Alterna. Another, I think, if I remember correctly, this is a Division 2 matchup?
This is going to be actually a Division 1 matchup.
Division 1, there you go. Ooh, even better. So we're just going to be the top dogs fighting it out right here. And I actually vaguely remember the Towson Tigerfish, seeing them in action. They are a force to be reckoned with for sure. Love to be seeing them in the second round here.
Absolutely, especially with, I know, Ty, the sniper player on the side of Towson Tigerfish. Very, very strong player with a good deal of experience. So, very excited to see how they perform in this matchup. As it looks like we are going to get set into Tower Patrol on Barnacle and Dime. Very interesting map mode pick here, as the map has gotten reworked over its history, as we're going to see a double brush actually come out from the side of Titans of Alterna and a ballpoint from the side of Towson Tigerfish.
Ooh, this is a spicy set of comps right here on a very spicy map. And like you said, Towerfish on Barnacle and Dime, not as often seen anymore, but still a fun to see in play. I'm curious to see the double brush here. Like one of them is the traditional ink brush. We see the ink brush enough, but we don't see the paintbrush too often anymore. But it's still, you gotta watch out for it. It's got a bit more range than most of the other brushes, a lot of damage to work with. So if you're gonna get in, you gotta get in quick before it can smack you down.
Absolutely. As we're going to see two specials currently online for the side of Titans of Alterna. We're going to opt to back out to use them a little bit, as Tri-Strikes come out, but the Tri-Strike user will get picked off. As Lagoon going to opt to quickly take the tower just for a moment, as they're going to be helping out against the fight against Big New on the side of Towson Tigerfish, as they're going to pop the whale, as just so much stuff is happening right now. The brush just constantly flipping back and forth from fight to fight, as Titans of Alterna looking to get a very small push in, but goes 2 down.
That's right, that brush is just constantly on the move. They don't know which way to look. We did see the 3 down off of Towson Tigers. A nice splat from the Charger taking down the Inkjet, but unfortunately is going to be 2 off of the Titans of Alterna. Towson Tigers is going to be taking the checkpoint, but the brush coming in, not letting them get through that checkpoint for free. They're going to have to fight the brush. They're going to be getting the checkpoint and moving on to the second as well. But once again, that sniper is set up to defend here. A nice bubble play from the I'm blanking the roller right there. But like, unfortunately, it popped before he gets to the checkpoint.
It's certainly not over yet for the Towson Tigerfish, as they're just continually pushing this tower, as they will unfortunately, barely unable to get that second checkpoint underway, but they will get down to the 50. So, a good deal of points for the Towson Tigerfish, as they're currently a bit spread out right now, as they're just looking to potentially get another special ready, push in, but unfortunately that zap, that cooler, will go down.
That brush looking for that third splat right there. The roller can be trying to punish them for the overextension, but right now it is the Titans of Alterna. They have a good map control right there. A lot of yellow paint. They're going to be taking the first checkpoint, but not before the crab kind of stalls them out. Still trying to go for the second checkpoint here. They are nice
a double from the curling.
Brush. Oh, that was a curling bomb, even better. That's going to be a nice second checkpoint for them. And it's going to be taking one point off the lead.
Triple ink strikes coming out, though. That should be beneficial for the Titans of Alterna, as the brush is able to find yet another pick. It's currently an advantage for the Towson Tigers, which made that a 3-player advantage for the Titans of Alterna, as the paintbrush on the side of Titans of Alterna just sort of zoning out a little bit the members of the Towson Tigerfish. Going to end up in a trade with the Dualies, as this ballpoint here going to be painting up for that jetpack, potentially retake their stack, which is a very key part of Barnacle and Dime.
Man, Tigerfish fought hard to keep the Titans of Alterna off that checkpoint, but just to no avail. They were finally able to break through almost to the third as well. A nice 34 points in the lead right there. And still, look at that, a lot of map control, a lot of yellow paint right there. They were going to be popping some special kind of breakout because Barnacle and Dime is infamous for this kind of chokehold, that lockout, and they need to just use those resources just to kind of break back in the mid and reset. But Titans of Alterna are not going to let them get too far before they can text them back.
Absolutely. As we see the triple ink strikes coming out from Titans of Alterna, specials, and very important on TC Barnacle and Dime. As Towson Tigerfish will have a jetpack to potentially push through this choke as long as the ball point doesn't go down. They won't for now, as it's going to be a 2-down situation for the Titans of Alterna.
Ooh, and they're going to be taking a second stab at that checkpoint right here. Towson Tigerfish throwing out the cooler. They have the inkjet pop as well, getting it through the second checkpoint, and they are on their way to the third. If they can keep the sniper down, but no, the brush comes in from the side. They're going to be.
Ooh, but it wasn't in time.
Oh,
Towson Tigerfish take the lead.
They weren't quite able to get through the checkpoint, but they are going to be getting the lead, and a nice delayed wipe with the Bubbler smacked up on that tower. They're going to be able to shoot through that, and the Crab is going to put on so much pressure and keep them at bay. They are within range of that KO, but even so, 15 seconds remaining, like they don't even need to get the KO. They just got to keep the tower right here where they want it.
5 seconds remaining in this game. It's a wipeout on the side of Titans of Alterna Orange, but that is not bad if you are a Towson Tigerfish, as this is a map that is very, very difficult to push through, so I would be very, very happy with this 5. You just need to stay calm, cool, and collected, as you potentially just need to generate a couple specials here to get somebody off the tower.
No, absolutely. Like, as soon as, like, well, I was going to say, they don't have any strikes. Like, they have a lot of good specials to kind of take down or a lot of utility to take down the tower, but not any of the GG specials that you normally have, and they're not going to need them. Absolutely going to be taking down the members of the tower and just taking that first win.
What a back and forth game that was between Titans of Alterna and the Towson Tigerfish. I mean, just seeing the way those front lines played, especially just playing to their range as much as possible, was really, really exciting to see. As we are going to go into the second map here quite shortly, which, if we turn over to the CCA map list, will be flat zones on Hagglefish Market, which is, in my opinion, the battlefield of Splatoon 3.
Oh, absolutely. And I was just talking about the other day, is like, we saw some crab action from those duels right there. Zones Tower, I'm sorry, no. Zones Hagglefish is the crab map because of how it's laid out. Once you pop the crab, it just is able to hold a lot of space unless you're able to kind of figure out a way to minimize that, get it to move. It's just going to be able to take away points on the zone for free. But that being said, we did also see Bubbler in play, which is one of the crab counters. Like, if you pop a Bubbler, the crab's like, well, I guess I just stand here and shoot the bubble.
Definitely. Definitely interested to see if we see the dualies come back with those crab tanks, because even though it may be sort of a very neutral map, there's definitely a lot of value to be found in that 10 position.
Indeed, indeed. And the other thing I'm interested about is, like, we did see a double brush coming out from, I think that was Towson Tigerfish, and I maybe it was a Barnacle and Dime tower pick, because that is a very unusual map mode. But what, like you said, this is the battlefield of Splatoon. What are we going to be seeing? Is it going to still be that spicy double brush comp, or are we going to see something a little bit more standardized, a little bit something more typical that we're used to seeing?
I definitely think we could see the Wave Breaker come back from the Paintbrush. I know that the Wave Breaker can be positioned nicely on this map mode, especially with the sort of Z shapes in the Hagglefish zone. So I could definitely see that. I could definitely see the regular brush coming back, because I know Lagoon, very experienced player on that brush. So we could potentially see the double brush comp come back, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I would even say, like, the brush with the whale, like, the whale is pretty detrimental for Hagglefish just because of how long and narrow it is. There's not a whole lot of space to maneuver, and if you get too far, you might laser your teammates a bit. And we are going to be seeing the return of the brush, but we're going to be seeing that orange ends up coming out, and then a tent umbrella from Towson Tigerfish. Still going to be running the dualies for both sides, so a crab tank on crab tank violence, but still, that orange zap, that is an interesting pick I've not seen in a while.
Really interesting picks from both sides here. We're going to see actually backless comps from both sides. The
Ooh.
Crab Tank sort of acting as pseudo backliners in this fight, as it's currently paint advantage is on the side of Titans Alterna, but they will lose a member in the process. As Eric found, going to go down to the Super Chumps. Very difficult for Tenebrella to deal with, as Orange Zap currently just painting this zone. Going to be pushing up with their team a bit now, as Titans of Alterna, after just a member going down, they were able to turn it around with their specials.
Oh no, the Rush running to the tent right there. They're going to be taken down. It's still a hefty lead for Titans of Alterna, but Towson and Tigerfish are looking to push back in a nice leveler right on the middle of the zone here, getting 2 down themselves. And so they're going to have to deal with a lot of this paint that's still left over, but they're cleaning up well. They're cleaning up the remaining members of Titans of Alterna, and if they're able to get up to where they were before, like they can have a pretty good lockout, especially kind of with the tank of that Tentabrella in play right here.
Absolutely. We're going to see the duelies pushing up really aggressive here, just taking a lot of attention, which allows the Towson Tigerfish to take the lead. And after that, a brutal Zuka shot coming out from Eric Bound will stall just a little bit, as Lagoon being able to take the zone in spite of all that, as the members of Titans of Alterna coming back with their zone secured for a little bit, as it comes back to neutral now.
Dang, that was quite the shot right there, just completely nullifying half their team. But even so, it's going to be the Towson Tigerfish in control zone, still with that lead right there. I saw like the chums coming out from that zap, and they completely covered the zone. It's such a dense area for the chums, but even so, it just wasn't quite enough to kind of keep the space around it. Like, we see a good amount of paint, but their zone is just completely locked down for the Towson Tigerfish. Once again, here comes those chums. We'll see if they're able to make something of it.
Dooley is finding yet another distraction, as it looks like the members of Towson Tigerfish were able to clear out those super chumps, as Zap going to get hit in the face with the Zuka, as that's going to lead to a wipeout for the Towson Tigerfish. Only 25 points remaining for the Towson Tigerfish to clear through. Make that less than 20. Titans of Alterna have to do something now, potentially with this Crab Tank.
Oh, but then the tent, you don't typically see the tent being the one that push up, but because of how much time is left, they are the ultimate distraction. Like, with that tent shield going out, it's like you have to deal with that, or you're going to get flanked by that tent umbrella. And if they have the Zuka online, it is just game over. But so good by Towson right there, doing a good job of they held the zone, and then they were able to just push up far enough where like the Titans couldn't bring it back. Even like they had their specials online at the last second, which wasn't quite enough to cap the zone.
Absolutely. A lot of just high impact from those specials that game. You saw it especially with that Trizuka from Eric Bound, just setting up those Trizuka spots in places that just completely blocked out Titans of Alterna, just getting as many picks as possible as well. And we also saw the Super Chumps making a splash for the Titans of Alterna. They may not have won that game, but it was definitely fun to see that impact from the Super Chumps there, as with an unconventional weapon pick.
Nah, so like we saw like in one of their earlier pushes when they had control of the zone, like we saw just all of the chumps gone. It was such a dense collection of chumps like right in the zone, and then they had the crab tank right behind it. So just like there was nothing that Towson could do to kind of deal with that, and they end up getting flushed out because of that. Like in the end, the chumps were enough to break back in, but still when they had that control, they were such a good distraction. It was such a good kind of like meat shield while they're getting set up for their next offensive.
Absolutely. Being able to combine specials like that, as you said, Imad, with the crab tank being able to follow up on the distraction that the chumps make is just so overwhelming to deal with, because you have to focus on, okay, am I just going to focus on shooting down all of these decoys, or do I have to paint myself a clear route out of this crab tank crossfire? It's very,
Exactly.
very difficult situation to deal with.
No, absolutely. I think like you nailed it right at the head there. Just like you have like that double focus. Like which one do you focus on? And in the end, they weren't able to take care of either. So it's just a free cap for the Titans. But in the end, like you called out the Zuka coming out from Tigerfish that last match, and the Tentabrilla popping off the whatever the tent, making sure that they couldn't set up on the high ground, and then right at the end there, getting some nice splats so that they couldn't regroup for that final offensive. And then once the timer started ticking down below like 15 or so, they just gunned it for them. It just like completely drew their attention away from the zone, and it worked out for them.
Absolutely. As we're going to go into our final round here, will be worth some points on the leaderboard. Clan Blitz on Museum de Alfonsina.
Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. Ooh, and we're seeing the Splatter Shot Pro coming out for the side of the Titans here. Really another pick that you don't see too often, but it has some really good kind of midline pressure and some good paint support for this map. So I want to see how it's going to perform here. Still rocking pretty much the same comp for Tigerfish here. Not a whole lot of change from the last match.
Yeah, pretty much Towson Tigerfish sticking to what they know. Titans of Alterna mixing it up a little bit, as Towson Tigerfish currently have a crab tank online. Interested to see where they put it, but it's currently a 2-down situation on the side of the Towson Tigerfish. They're still going to have the crab tank and the Trizuka up if they need to make a push later. So, not all is lost on the side of Towson.
And again, I like this pick of the Umbrella. Once again, it can just kind of hold a lot of space because of his shield, but unfortunately, it is going to be the Crabs going to be taking them down, but not before two members of the Titans go down in turn. So just nullifying kind of that advantage they had here, getting a nice pick on the duelies to kind of even things out. But so far, neither team has been able to get a solid control to make a push just yet. We do see the Bubbler getting popped, but the Roller gets popped as well. So it's going to be Titans just kind of looking for entry into mid that Towson has control of right now.
Yeah, as we see the dualies going to be going in yet again, as they're going to be able to find two picks using some really nice movement to push forward. Will eventually get picked off in the end, but that was really, really good for the side of Towson Tigerfish, because now they're able to get that tent shield up, which is going to be able to force yet another distraction. But here come the tri-strikes from the side of Titans of Alterna. It's going to be able to find the dualies with that splat bomb, as Mocha being able to find that pick. As we're going to see the Trizuka come out from the side of Towson Tigerfish. They are not done yet with this push. As we're going to see the dualies hopping in again, going to be able to find the pick with those dodge rolls. As they're going to drop down, potentially find the pick onto this Tri-Nouveau. Not going to be able to find it, but it looks like one of the members on the side of Towson was able to sneak in, as they were just able to divide Titans of Alterna's attention both ways.
Yeah, the Tigerfish, they were able to stay just out of reach of Titan's special. Like, we had a couple of splats going down, but they held that corner. Like, they weren't getting flushed out by what the Titans were throwing at them. So in the end, they were able to kind of sneak in that ball. And even with the kind of like the follow-up, they didn't have any follow-up. They're still in control. They're still ready for that second push and just have the Titans all trying to kind of lock down on their own flat for the time being. They need to find a way to break out. They need to figure out how to deal with kind of aggression that's coming out from the Tigerfish.
Absolutely. And it definitely starts with this ramp area. If you're able to just place specials in this ramp area, make sure that you're playing it safe, that's really the key to making sure that you are just able to get your next push set up.
You nailed it right there, and it looks like they are finally able to deal kind of with that presence that was on that side there, getting some paint control out there, looking to kind of push forward, but their Tri-Slosher is taken down on the right side. One of the members of Towson kind of sharking over there, not letting them get set up in the place where they want to be. They're just looking for that next opportunity, looking for the next opening. The Hab Tank coming out, getting a nice splat right there, but unfortunately is going to be taken down as well. Now it's going to be Titan's turn to kind of push off, and that's going to be a nice 2-down off of Towson.
Make that a delayed 3-down on the side of Towson Tigerfish. The Tent Shield is going to be able to delay Titans of Alterna's push for a little bit. But Titans of Alterna, they're going to have the Triple Ink Strikes and the Booyah Bomb. Those are very powerful displacement specials. So they're just going to be able to move in with this paint that they have, as Titans of Alterna able to tie it, take the lead now. As it's actually going to be a wipeout on the side of Towson Tigerfish, as now Titans of Alterna can just get as many clams in as possible.
No, yeah, that was such a good play right there. Like, they got the ball and kind of get the thing started to shift their attention away, but then the wipeout kind of solidified that push for them, getting it down to 47. An excellent push so far with what's been so far a pretty stalled out game. Like, Towson has only gotten the one power come in. They got ways to go in this last minute here to kind of bring that lead back, but they certainly have a good setup for it. They have the map control, they have some special online, but unfortunately do lose two of their players in that exchange right there. So kind of begin delaying that kind of push. But no, they're going to go for it anyway. The ball's going to go in. They're going to break it open. And let's see if they have some follow-up. 20 seconds remaining to kind of bring that lead back.
Dooley's skirmishing yet again, as they're going to be able to find a pick that's going to allow Towson Tigerfish to take the lead without aggression.
Oh, that
And
was
it looks
so
like
good.
Towson Tigerfish keeping it open for a little bit, but I believe because they weren't able to get a clam in those last few seconds, it will proc overtime for the side of Titans of Alterna. They're going to get a pity clam in response, as they're going to generate a clam of their own as well. So, they're going to also have the cooler up, as they're going to initiate with both the Booyah Bomb and the Tri-Strikes at the same time. It's not able to find a pick as two go down on the side of Titans of Alterna that make that a wipeout from the Trizuka, as Towson Tigerfish make this a 3-0.
Man, that was so close. Like, Towson coming in from the max. Like, I honestly thought that was going to be Titan's game right there. Like, they took the two members of Towson down. They took the Tench Steel down. That was like one of their main openers. But whoever had that pirate gun was like, nah, fam, I'm just going to go for it. They were able to break the clam basket open. And that was just enough of a distraction to let the rest of the team in. And again, like, they were able to get the... No, that was the other team that got the wipeout. But still, they were able to manage to sneak in and get enough follow-up. And that power clam jump in, it was just game at that point. Like, and then once they had that kind of turnaround, they were able to just lock down the defense and get another wipeout to solidify that victory.
Absolutely. Towson Tigerfish, not afraid of the specials that Titans of Alterna were throwing at them. They just said, hey, you know what? I'll just go around all of the pressure using the alternate routes that Museum has. And we can find the picks that way. And just being able to solidify it with the Trizuka in the 2-down situation was an excellent way to close the set for Towson Tigerfish.
Now, the Titans, they were looking for that one extra point right there, but Towson's just going to get the clean sweep for this next round, give them a nice bump up for the next coming matches.
Absolutely. As I said earlier, every single game counts here in the CCA circuit. So even if you're in a 2-0 situation, even if, say, you're out of bracket stage early on, you still have the opportunity to make up as much points as possible because, as I said earlier, there's a lot that can go on in this circuit. There's especially a very close race in some of these divisions between who's going to get those spots and who's going to have to contend for the wild card. It's very exciting to see.
Exactly. All right, I think with that, we're going to be going to a short break before we start our next set, going on to round 3 in just a moment. So stay tuned and stay hydrated, and we will be right back.
said we let it go, but we settled for the last. Couldn't let you want it though. Who am I to let you down? No. Who am I to let you down? Down, down.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the CCA 4th Qualifier. It is I, Mad Game II, and joined once again by Riffy.
Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another wonderful qualifier hosted by the CCA Circuit. Today we're going to be looking at a Division 3 match between the Bobble Gang and the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs. Both teams with some nice history in the CCA, as Bobble Gang hailing from West Virginia University and UMass Dartmouth Corsairs hailing from University of Massachusetts at Dartmouth.
Ooh, nice. We have a battle of the East Coast right here. Gonna be looking for those points right here, and we are in our third round of the Swiss here. So both these teams kind of already built up their points. Let me take a look and see where they're sitting right now, because we're getting to this is the second to last for this. This is where some of the points start to matter here, because they've already had their opening chance. So this is where they got to kind of start locking things down.
Absolutely, as we are going to be heading into Rainmaker on Humpback Pump Track. A course well known for its very unique terrain, as we're going to see a Hydra, a Nautilus, and a Wellstring on the side of the Bobble Gang.
Ooh. Oh, love me some Hydra. Oh, the Wellstring Hydra combo. That's a lot of DPS that's coming right here. They're going to be winning a lot of their pop fights for sure.
Absolutely, as Bobble Gang will get first pop, but will lose a member in the process, as UMass Dartmouth Corsairs currently have control of mid right now. We see this T-Tech just painting, trying to find a little bit of poke damage as well. Kelp going to be taking the Rainmaker. It's currently a 3-on-3 situation right now. Hydra down for the side of Bobble Gang, but a pop of the Rainmaker will allow Bobble Gang to get the player advantage, as the Splattershot now flanking on the side of Bobble Gang. Bobble Gang going to be able to push this advantage to the checkpoint, as it looks like the Nautilus goes down on the side of UMass Dartmouth.
Man, I can't believe that Zap survived the Rainmaker pop. The Tacticooler really coming into play right here. But Bobble Gang is really going on the offensive right here. A nice splashdown. Not able to get anyone as of yet. The Rainmaker carrier does go down, but they've got a lot of space to work with. Two members are down. It's just like they are not giving Corsairs any sort of opportunity to kind of break out, and that shot really taking two, and then a Booyah Bomb finishing up. It is just going to be the Zap remaining. They're going to be trying to go for that Rainmaker before it can respawn, and they're going to be going for the points, getting down to 16 before they can take him out, and so much yellow paint out there.
What a push on the side of Bobble Gang, and it looks like it might not even stop considering how much long-range DPS that the Bobble Gang has. UMass Dartmouth will eventually take it before quickly getting taken down. Inkstrom will come out, but the front line on the side of Bobble Gang, that Splattershot, going to be able to find a pick. Cephalopod going to be picking up this Rainmaker, as they're going to get down to the 10 now, as it's currently just the Hydra and the Splattershot and the Nautilus available on the side of the Bobble Gang.
And And the Hydra is such a good position, like because of how aggressive the rest of their teammates are being, they're able to sit up in mid and give them the jumps and the protection they need to kind of break back in. And just Corsairs not able to even get out of their own spawn. That's going to be another 3 down. They are going to let the Rainmaker respawn here, but of course with the Hydra Wellspring, that pop is going to be instantaneous, and that wave are going to be coming out, kind of giving them another opening because they're going to be gone there. They're not giving any sort of chance for Corsairs, not giving them any time to regroup or even breathe at this point.
Absolutely. Tri-Strikes will delay the push of the Bobblehat gang, though, as Bobblehat gang is still going to be putting on the gas pedal with that damage per second of the Wellstring, as currently 3 alive on the side of Bobblehat gang. Make that only 2. This could be potentially the moment for UMass Dartmouth to turn the tides now. It's going to be 3 down on the side of Bobblehat gang, as this Hydra is looking to back up, potentially just play it safe even though you've got the points.
Yeah, this Hydra, a really excellent tank and turret. Like once they're able to hold their space, they're able to keep them out. But with they going down right there, this is going to give Corsairs an opportunity to get the checkpoint here. And they are taking control of the corner here, but they are getting absolutely cornered themselves. Rainmaker Shield is going to be taking out 3 of them, and with the shot in mid, they are stuck right there. There is nowhere they could go.
Yeah, again, that damage per second just shining through from the side of the Bobblehat gang. Just being able to use that Trizuga and all of those main weapons just was too much for UMass Dartmouth, as all 3 of them went down here, as Bobblehat gang looking to establish yet another push. It's a 3-down situation. It's just the Zap alive on the side of the Bobblehat gang. This could be Bobblehat's gang chance to knock out with the Booyah Bomb. They're going to get it into the pedestal and take game 1.
Wow, nicely played by the Bobblehat gang. Corsairs able to get the checkpoint off of that push right there, but then as soon as Bobblehat gang got the wipeout, it was just a complete flip back in their favor, and then they just took it all the way to the KO. The amount of pressure that they had during the match, they just were not letting Corsairs get even close to getting points in the last second.
What a way to end that, especially with that Booyah Bomb. That Hydra understood the assignment right there, just knew how to, alright, they're going to UMass Dartmouth, they're looking to respawn, but we can prevent them from pushing up with this Booyah Bomb at the exact moment that they respawn.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just seeing that come out during the last second was just amazing to see.
Oh, absolutely. It's just like we love to see not only the spotlight representation, but Hydra just doesn't get enough love, I feel like, and just able to see it shine so well during that match. Just, chef kiss. And I think like it really did pair well with that Wellstring, because like you were saying, like the damage, the DPS that they had on that shield, Corsairs could not even contest it, and it really came down, especially that wipeout around that corner right there. Just like there was nothing they could do. They were trapped, and just the pop, all back to spawn.
Yeah, and UMass Dartmouth, they did have some moments where they shone, especially with their special usage. I especially liked how the Tri-Strikes played out from UMass Dartmouth, being able to sort of trap some of the members of Bobblehat Gang, especially given Bobblehat Gang's comp had a little bit of limited mobility. So being able to play to those strengths sort of allowed them to get that first checkpoint.
Oh, absolutely. I think like you said, just they didn't have a lot of mobility, but because of how Humpback is laid out, like the Hydra didn't really need to move anywhere. It just stayed in middle the whole time of that match, allowing them to fire support and let their 2 frontliners just go in and do all the work, do all the leg work. And so that was enough to kind of keep the pressure going. Just have that nice little jump back in, that pressure from mid to keep the pressure on. And it wasn't until like the Hydra went down that they really we saw that Splat was what allowed them to get the checkpoint in the first place.
As we're going to be loading up here into Tower Control Sturgeon Shipyard, definitely a mode that could be prone to a little bit of lockouts, as we are going to see the custom E-Leader with the Kraken coming out from Bobblehat Gang. UMass Dartmouth staying with what they know, but really interested to see that alongside the custom Dowser ghoulies.
Oh, the Downers indeed. They're going to be bringing that Burst Bomb Tri-Strike in action. They're rocking a double Tri-Strike at that. Really looking to kind of have that presence on the tower, or rather keep UMass from really having any sort of presence on the tower at all.
Absolutely, as this shot is just going to be able to find some really nice picks onto the side of UMass Dartmouth as Bobblehat Gang now advancing to the first checkpoint. They're going to actually clear it very quickly as UMass Dartmouth still looking for a good position to retake this, potentially looking to charge up some specials. As Cephalopod, currently riding tower, will get taken down by the combination of the Tri-Strikes and the Nautilus. But it looks like Bobblehat Gang not backing out as the Kraken and the Tri-Strikes come out for the Bobblehat Gang, as it's just Mash J alive, as the retaliation with those specials was perfect for the Bobblehat Gang.
Like they had some nice strikes to kind of stall out the push. It looks like they might be able to get a delayed wipe right there to kind of reset the tower, but again, just because of how good that backline is of staying alive and keeping presence in mid, they're able to kind of regroup really quickly. Bobblehat Gang, they're like already back on the offensive, trying to get some space, but that strike's going to come out, take down that backline, and unfortunately do lose out to the Dowser, so it's going to reset and let them back on tower, but they really have to find a way to deal with it. They have to find a way to kind of get rid of that long-range presence that keeping Bubble Gain in mid for so long.
UMass Dartmouth does have the Trizuka online though, and if that's any indicator, but they will unfortunately go down in the process. Tacticaler will be able to go up from UMass Dartmouth, so they can afford to play a little bit more aggressively here with the extra respawn, with the reduced respawn times. But Bobblehat Gang pushing forward with this Kraken is not going to give UMass Dartmouth a break. They're already at the 14 as the Black Hat going to go down. It's just the custom E-leader left as Bobblehat Gang gonna opt to jump out as they secure a very nice lead.
That was such a good jump, allowing them to stay alive and fight for another day. Ooh, someone's coming though and taking down the Nautilus. They're going to be taking down the Roller as well. Strikes are coming out just to kind of keep them alive, keep them out of the way. But look at that, so much yellow paint. Like, it didn't even feel like they had left at all. Even with 3 down, Bobblehat Gang back on the offensive, back on the tower, and looking to push their lead even further, not letting Corsairs get even close to getting it back. Zappa's going to be going down, strikes are coming out, and if the T-Tech can get back in that position like they were before, they could potentially get the KOs during this push.
Absolutely. T-Tech going to be pressuring the Nautilus. Will be able to find the pick, but will go down in return. UMass Dartmouth, they do have the cooler buffs, so they can, again, play a little bit more aggressively here, as it's going to be a 2-down situation for a Bobblehat Gang. Exactly what you need if you're UMass Dartmouth.
Like they've been able to kind of keep them at bay right around that corner right there. That's something that Bobblehat Gang has yet to be able to break out of. But it's only like they have to be able to make a push at their own. They have to figure out a way to get back past mid with just how tight Bobblehat Gang's defenses are. Mash J fighting the dualies on the right side, but unfortunately it is just the carbon remaining, and they're getting a splat. They're staying alive. Oh, they're keeping at it, but unfortunately you get flushed out right at the end there.
Unfortunate end of the push for UMass Dartmouth. Bobblehat Gang now going to be able to mark 2 members of UMass Dartmouth as the triple ink stripes come out. Going to be able to put a little bit more paint on as Bobblehat Gang members coming in around from the other side as this T-Tech is looking to find another pick. Sev is helping out as well. It's going to be the Carbon actually shutting down this push from the side of Bobblehat Gang. They're going to be able to get down to the 5, but the Inkstorm is out from Bobblehat Gang. They still have members alive, so this knockout will not happen yet, but it could happen very soon. Tri-Strikes coming out as just so much happening on both sides. It's hard to catch my breath.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It feels like right now, like Bobblehat Gang, even when they're down to the last player, UMass Darkness is not quite able to completely push them out. It's like that one player is able to stall just long enough to let them regroup, and they just keep on bringing on that aggressive pressure. 2 members down here, though. Is this going to be UMass Darkness' chance to break back in? If they're able to take out the leader, and they are able to, that's going to be that backline out of the way, but no, not quite able to grab the tower in time, so Bobblehat Gang is going to take Game 2 with a really decisive victory.
Unfortunate for UMass Dartmouth, unable to find the tower after getting some very clean picks onto the side of the Bobblehat Gang. As we see Bobblehat Gang celebrating with their titular bobble hats. As third game. Again, all games matter here, as each game is worth points both in the win percentage column in Battlefy, but also on that CCA Circuit leaderboard, depending on what division you're in.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, even though that Umas Darkness has lost the set technically, if they're able to take this next match, like that's still going to be another point in their favor for future matches.
Definitely. As we are going to our final game in this set, which will be, drumroll please, Spot Zones on Mako Mart. Very interesting map to see here, especially given the importance of stack control on this map, right? So a lot of specials, a lot of backlines are going to be focused on controlling stacks as much as possible, being able to keep up as much pressure as you can.
I'm honestly very curious. Like the Bobble Hat game, first they had the Hydra in that first match, then the E leader in the second match. They can certainly wreak some havoc on Mako Mart, but I don't see them running that again. Just because of how tight that map is, how many little nooks and crannies that some of the frontline shooters can put on pressure, it can be difficult to have such a long range backline like that in play. They could prove me wrong, but I'm curious to see what they do decide to bring in. Like, what is the strategy they're going for this next match?
Absolutely. I definitely think that a lot of strategies are viable here. We could see the backline, we could not, as you said. So, very interested to see if there will be any comp changes, if we'll still see the leader, given that's pretty immobile, which could be a disadvantage on this map. We could see the Dowsers come back. Potentially that could be their backline of choice, replacing the leader. As we're going to load into the game here.
Eventually.
Yep.
I was going to say, though, that they were running a double strike comp last time with the T-Tick and the Dowser. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Hello, Gold Aerospray.
Okay, so we got quite the comp to break down here. First of all, we have that nice little custom Explosher. That's going to be a really good backline to be having on here. Like, you talk about those nooks and crannies, Explosher, nah, just goes right over the edge and takes it where you're hiding. But the Aerospray and the Dapple Dually combo, that is going to be interesting to watch, because the Dapple Dually in particular really makes use of those nooks and crannies to kind of get in when you're least expecting it.
Personally, I find the blue Dapples to be very strong when I'm fighting them. I think it's a very, very underrated pick, as Cephalopod is actually going to be able to find two with this custom Explosher Splashdown, which is going to allow Bobble Hat Gang to just clean up the remainder of UMass Dartmouth as Bobble Hat Gang takes the lead at the 80.
Man, that is such a good splashdown right there. Getting the two and then helping their teammates clean up that stack. They are such a menace right here. Like, once again, that is going to be the player that you want to get out of the way. Like, they have to figure out a way to deal with it, because it's, while they're on the map, there's just a lot of long-range pressure. There's a lot of chip damage that is going to be hard to deal with. And then you have the frontliners, the Dapple Duelists, just wreaking havoc in their own base. The Nautilus set up on the wall. They are just a force to be reckoned with. And they are stuck, and they have to figure a way out, because they've got 20 points left to do so.
Excellent positioning from the side of the Bobble Hat Gang, just being able to set up one pick after the other. But here comes the splash on the side of UMass Dartmouth. That's going to be able to flip the zone, which is desperately what they needed, giving Bobble Hat Gang a huge penalty. But it's currently a 2-on-2 situation right now. Kelp and another member of UMass Dartmouth fighting through that storm will not be enough, as Bobble Hat Gang looking to work through this very large penalty.
Yeah, that was such a good storm play. Both of the last two players were caught in it and were able to be taken down by Bobble Hat Gang. And so once again, they're going to be setting up in those positions, those really nice defensive positions. Nautilus just completely locking down this block, this wall here, taking out the other Nautilus. They are down to 3 of their last players to zap, and that's not going to be able to be enough to break in. But getting the pick on the Knot, that's huge right there. That's going to allow them to just take control of this right side, which they desperately need as we're getting to the last couple of points of the match. But 2 players going down, and the Booyah Bomb really just completely locked down that flat. And it looks like Bobble Hat Gang going to be getting the KO for the 3-0 victory of this set.
Bobble Hat Gang doing an excellent job of, again, just positioning themselves in the best places, not only with, their mains and where they are, but also their specials. As we saw the Ink Storm, we saw the Booyah Bomb, which at one point was just thrown from downtown. The aerospray gets a fist bump, as just every single decision I felt like was really well played from both sides. Being able to position in such a way that you're able to find pick after pick, and being able to um, just position your specials in really nice ways, especially given even though UMass Dartmouth didn't win this set, I definitely still think that they had some great moments, especially at the end of that tower control sturgeon game, where they were just able to get pick after pick. They weren't able to pick up the tower in time, but they were able to show a lot of potential with that last play.
Like they were finally starting to get their footing. Like if they had a little bit more time, they maybe could have brought that back. But I am curious to know because I honestly forgot to check. Like, was that the same player running all three backlines, or were they alternating who was on the backline for that match? I feel like they had like each player had a different backline in their back pocket that they were able to pull out at the end there.
I believe each player played a different backline to an extent, I think. Because I know Cephalopod was on both the Explosher and the custom well string, so I suppose they're like the AoE specialist of backlines. You have the Hydra, and then you had the leader. I forget who played those, but I know that's a different player.
I was gonna say, I think Bucket was on that Hydra right at the beginning, and then they were on the Aerospray at the end there. But I would say either way, it was impressive if one player was playing three different variations of backline, or if the fact that three other players has a backline in their back pockets. Like both are equally impressive. So kudos to them, just like the versatility they had there to be able to deal with any sort of situation that UMass Darkness threw at them.
Definitely.
Alrighty, but that is going to be the end of that set right there. Once again, congratulations for Bobble getting really good performance taking on that set. That is definitely going to tally up well for them in the coming matches. But we are going to be going to a short break as we prepare for our final Swiss set of the day. So stay tuned and stay hydrated, and we'll be right back.
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, and I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. And cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right? so the cruise control, switching the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel?
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to CCA Qualifier Round 4. I almost lost where I was for a moment. We got the Undertow Dartfish versus Vandal Varsity. Once again, it is I, Mad Gamer II, joined by the one and only Riffy.
Hello, everyone. Excited for some wrapping up of the Swiss stage here, as we're going to see the Undertow Dartfish and Vandal Varsity, as Imad said. Undertow Dartfish, a veteran of the CCA Splatoon scene, and Vandal Varsity, to my knowledge, is actually a newcomer to the CCA as a whole. So definitely excited to see how they tackle this circuit, especially given this is one of their first circuit qualifiers as well. So very exciting to see.
Indeed, indeed. Now I know that this is going to be our 4th division matchup here, and both of these teams are coming in at like a 1 win, 2 loss. So this is going to be kind of the offset. Like they're fighting for that second win, so they can kind of even up their score and just get some more points on that board here. But it's still, for Vandal Varsity being so new to the CCA, like kudos to them for making this far. Like if they're able to get this victory here, like that could really set them up for victory later.
Absolutely. And Undertow Dartfish, again, a lot of experience under their belt. Some playoff results in playoff placements in the CCA League. So definitely excited to see these two teams as we head into Clan Blitz on Umami Ruins.
Clan Blitz, ooh, and we're going to be seeing a ballpoint in action. In fact, that's going to be the ballpoint nouveau with that Inkvac line combo. Interesting to watch here, and they have the splashdown dualies. Don't see that too often either, so it's 2 interesting picks. And then the double dapples. Okay, this is a matchup. This is quite the spiciest of matchups right here.
Really excited to see these double dapples comps come out, because you have one dapple kit that is like super supportive, and you have another one that's just about getting in as much as you can and just playing as aggressive as possible. As currently, Vandal Varsity gets the first pick. They're going to have the tactical online, but unfortunately gets taken down in the process, as Temptero just passing plans around a little bit, as currently in an advantage a bit for the Undertow Dartfish is they're able to find a pick, make that potentially another pick onto this with the Torp. No, the Reef Slide are going to be able to tank through that, as it's actually only going to be the blue dapples on the side of Vandal Varsity right now, as excellent job kiting out that pick onto the Enperry Dualies as Vandal Varsity looking to retake mid.
Yeah, those blue dapples, the last one remaining, but they were doing a good job of just keeping control of the ramp. That was the main thing they got to watch out for, because that was the main avenue to the Raker basket. But of course, the splashdown going to be claiming 2 with the Doolies getting a 3rd. It is now a 1v1 between the dapples and the Wiper. The Wiper's going to come out on top and get the first breaking of the clam basket. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of follow-up, but still, that's going to offset the point values and allow Undertow Dartfish to kind of set up for this next push.
Absolutely. They're going to have another power clamp, and they're going to have an ultra stamp from Sploosh Man. I've played against Sploosh Man before, and believe me when I say that those hammers can be devastating to deal with, as it's currently a 2-down situation on the side of Vandal Varsity. This is Sploosh Man and the rest of Undertow Darkfish's moment. They're going to be able to find another pick and make that a wipeout, as Kitsune going to be going in with the Dualies, going to be able to find a pick with the splashdown. Can they find yet another? Yes, they will. That's going to be 46 remaining on the side of the Undertow Dartfish.
I'm slightly disappointed that Sploosh Man is not bringing the sploosh out, but I suppose the Wiper with that hammer is still in the hit's range of the sploosh as well. Right now we see Vandal Varsity, they were able to flush out Undertow Dartfish, but still have 2 members down, not a whole lot of paint in mid, not quite able to get much presence in mid for the time being, although we do see the ink back from the Inkjet the Jet Squelcher online here. Let's see if they're able to use that to break back in. 2 more specials. The Re-Slider comes out, not able to find someone just yet. They're just kind of setting up, playing the long game with his resources.
Absolutely. Vandal Varsity will have a Booyah Bomb. That's a very valuable resource to have, especially when a member on each side goes down. Here comes the Booyah Bomb. It's going to be a 3-down situation on the side of Undertow Dartfish. This is Vandal Varsity moment to move.
Oh, and they have 3 power cones as well. If they can keep it. No, the ballpoint. They're playing so much defense. The ink mine, and then the ink vac comes out just for good measure. Not a single power climb able to get in. That was so unfortunate. That opening, they had that opening, but then just like we're not quite able to get the last little bit they needed to get the lead. Or sorry, the clam basket open, and they're going to be taking 3 of their own members down from the hammer, and Undertow Dartfish setting up for their own push next.
Undertow Dartfish looking to collect as many clams as they can in the area of Vandal Varsity. Wolf going to be able to collect 5. The ballpoint has 4, but gets taken down in the process. Templera with the Reap Slider going to be able to push back Undertow Dartfish's paint a little bit, as they're going to potentially look for another power push attempt.
They're looking to get in, but we did see the one member of Undertow Dartfish kind of backing out here, and the Viper comes up on the vacuum and just denies them with that melee damage, getting another one as well, getting into a delayed 3 down. The last member is having the backup, but unfortunately does get taken down as well. Just so much pressure coming out from Undertow Dartfish, and 21 clams in their back pocket like that could be pretty huge if they're able to break in, and the hammer is going to make an attempt at it. 2 of the members are on this little pole right here. That's going to be a 2 down off of Vandal Varsity.
They have 2 power clams.
2 power clams. Oh, 1 more clam is all they need for the KO right here, and they have it. Undertow getting a really solid first game right there. Man, I honestly thought Vandal Varsity had it there. Like the triple power clam, that was huge. That could have been so many points, but then the ballpoint Nouveau playing such solid defense, and we saw that on the ramp. They just enough to kind of delay them until the rest of the teammates got back. And we did see the ink vac getting popped right at the end, but it wasn't even needed at that point. And then with the plays from Sploosh Man on that Wiper, just cleaning up Vandal Varsity for the last second push.
Excellent job of Undertow Dartfish just understanding that objective line that's created, like understanding where those power clamps will just naturally trend towards. They saw where Vandal Varsity was moving, and they were just able to perfectly track where they were going to go on the map, and just able to get each power clamp down when it mattered the most.
Absolutely, absolutely, and they were able to take full advantage of those opportunities as well. As like each push just threw in so many clams, and right at the end was what they needed just to get the KO. But I love the ideas of the double dapples, but I felt like they just weren't quite able to contend with the Wiper just because the range it had on them. It was able to be just as aggressive, but again, just kind of outrange them. So we do have Rainmaker on Manta next. I'm curious to see if they decide to stick with that, because it does have a little bit more cover to work with, but still, it will play so well into that ballpoint or any sort of splatling.
Yeah, definitely. Also interested to see if the ballpoint comes back as well. Just because that vacuum can be so powerful on Rainmaker, I've seen my fair share of
Right.
amazing vacuum plays. As I believe we haven't changed the map quite yet, so we will have to wait a little bit for the correct map to be selected.
Wolf taking a quick dip before the match gets ended. Nicely played right there. Quick map change real quick. A little bit of a misclick, I think, so don't worry, we'll get back into it. I'm curious though, because it didn't look like Vandal Varsity had changed their comp launch, and I don't know if that was just a, oh, oops, we picked the wrong map, we'll just hit A and go, or was that a bit of a preview of what we got to see? We did see a bit of a comp change from Undertow though. I think that ballpoint was still in play there.
I also saw, yeah, the ballpoint was definitely there with the vacuum, but also I saw the charcoal decavitator, which is a little bit overshadowed by its vanilla kit, but in my opinion is a very, very slept on pick, because you have the ability to poke in mid with the protection of the splash wall, and then when you need it most, you can just pop Inkjet when you need it, if you're in a pinch. So I
Oh,
think that
for sure.
combination, very underrated, and I definitely think that Undertow Dartfish can use it to their advantage.
I think Manta is the perfect place to use the Ancient as well, because
Mhm.
you know Rainmaker, the Rainmaker avenue is you have to kind of go up their street, but then the Inkjet is able to kind of get over those ledges that are normally not as easily accessible, and just really get at the defense and kind of get them to scatter, get them out of the way for that Rainmaker carrier.
Absolutely. We're going to see the double Splatana come out on the side of Undertow Dartfish. Vandal Varsity sticking to what they have played with before, as we're actually going to see a drop roller on one of Undertow Dartfish's weapons. As Undertow Dartfish going to get the first pop, Splash Roll comes out on the side of the Charcoal Decapitator. As ooh, and it looks like Undertow Dartfish gets a very stealthy pick onto that one of the members of Vandal Varsity, as Undertow Dartfish just going to opt to push forward as much as they can as they just continue getting picks.
You just know that had to be a bit of a jump scare for the player up in that bunker there. The Charcoal Decapitator really pushing up, really leading the way, getting a nice splat right there. It is going to be 3 down off of Undertow Dartfish. Vandal Varsity doing a good job, not letting them get to that KO, not letting them run too far away with it, but the Wiper is up in this left corner. They're getting the jumps in. They could potentially keep that momentum alive. There's still a huge amount of yellow paint on the map here, and until Vandal Varsity is able to flush out all those members, they just don't have a lot of room to work with.
Yeah, and Wolf finding pick onto that Rainmaker carry. The Reef Slider looking to counter this though, but the pop will come in time to prevent the Reef Slider explosion from doing too much damage. As Undertow Dartfish going to look to yet another push, will be hindered a bit by this sloshing machine. One of the Dapples is going to be finding a pick. Going to be Undertow Dartfish look to opt to go to the alternate route, but the Dapple Dually is going to be able to find the pick to slow down the push of Undertow Dartfish.
Ooh, the unfortunate Rainmaker pop, and Undertow Dartfish still going to be opting to push out for that wall there. The machine's going to be trying to find them, but they're going to go for it. They're just going for the points right now. There's not too many people
Torp
to
stop
stop
them?
Oh, they're stopped just at the last second, but it is just the Dapples left. So if Undertow Dartfish gets this pop, they could potentially get the KO. They're paying. They're going
Yes,
for
they
it.
will.
KO for Undertow Dartfish.
What a way to just set the tone with that first push, especially given, as you said, the jump scare of the of that decavitator. Just being able to put so much impact on the battlefield, especially when you get that bunker section of the opponent. That is huge in a game of Rainmaker, or on any mode in Manta for that matter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like that is one of the key positions for defense. And when you're on offense, you want to be able to take that out as soon as possible. And the decaf did not disappoint. They went straight for that, came up underneath them, and just they took it control of it. And that allowed them to get that early checkpoint right at the beginning there. In fact, it honestly let them get as far as they did in such a short amount of time.
Absolutely, as just being able to clear out that straight with the amount of paint control that Undertow Dartfish was able to put on, in combination with that splash wall, was just super tanky in a way, sort of. Just forces Vandal Varsity to use all of their resources to get through that just powerful, just that like really powerful stand.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Now, we didn't really see too much of that ancient in action, but we did see the wiper just kind of setting up space on that left side, and that did allow them to kind of regroup even with the 3 down. So like when Vandal Varsity came back with the Rainmaker, they were already set up to kind of play defense and didn't let them. I don't even think they made it to the checkpoint initially. Like they were stopped short just because of how much yellow paint Undertow Dartfish had to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we're going to go into our final Swiss stage here, it will be, as we are going to head to the transition, Tower Patrol on Ship-Shaped Cargo Code. Very, very snowball potential. A map with a lot of snowball potential, I should say, as we're going to see a comp switch from Vandal Varsity. Undertow Dartfish mostly sticking to what we've seen before from them, but interested to see how this vanilla heavy works from Templaro.
Yeah, they swapped to the vanilla heavy as their backup, but they're also bringing out a T-Tech. Good choice for kind of just the midline or just the skirmishing, as well as that strikes for tower control. But unfortunately, it's going to be 3 down off of Vandal Varsity. The bucket trying to back up. They're doing a good job of holding the bridge. That's a key point they have right now. They're not getting flushed out immediately, but they don't have a lot of support right now. They do have a teammate that just respawned, but it might be the first. No, the tower fighter got taken out, and they're not able to get that first checkpoint just yet. Vandal Varsity doing a good job of maintaining that defense.
But here comes Splooshman onto this Sploosh adjacent weapon on the Wiper. Going to be just on the flank at all times. Going to be able to find a pick onto the Dapple Doolies as Undertow Dartfish looking to make yet another push.
They're certainly looking, Splooshman doing a good job. They're taking out the one player. Booyahbong's going to come out though, just completely nullifying tower right there. But then the Doolies come in and take down the 1, then the 2 in a trade. There's going to be just the heavy remaining. If they can get set up here, they can still stall for time as their team respawns, but that is a lot of pressure bearing down them, and the vacuum is online with that Splatling. That might be just what they need. No, but the Splatling gets taken down before they can pop it. Now Vandal Varsity, they are moving up. They're looking to get some space here.
Vandal Varsity has 2 members advantage, potentially make that another with the jump camp. Won't get it quite yet. So, triple ink strikes is going to be coming out, but that's a 2-down situation for Vandal Varsity as the front lines of Undertow Dartfish were just able to punish that tri-strike user and the rest of Vandal Varsity. Dooley's fighting the member of Vandal Varsity as Undertow Dartfish looking with this cooler to make a very impactful push.
Yeah, Vandal Varsity, they're not letting Undertow kind of run away with this. Like 2 down once again off of them, make that delay 3 down. And I think part of that is like with the vanilla Dapples gameplay, they have those beacons, so they have a quick regroup time. They're able to get back to the mid before Undertow Dartfish has a chance to kind of get as much map control as we've seen them before. So Vandal Varsity is going to be maintaining this lead for the time being. And with 2 down like that, possibly a third, that is going to be the checkpoint out of the way, and they are on the way to getting those major points right here.
Grid beacons are also online for Vandal Varsity, which is very huge on a map like this because if you go a member down, you can just continue snowballing on a map like this.
Oh, but it is going to be a 3 down, but there's still 1 member alive. They're able to get the checkpoint. No, a couple points, just like a point away from taking out that checkpoint. Nonetheless, though, 19 points, nothing to sneeze at here, and with the defense that they've been showing here, they could hold on to that for the rest of this match, but Undertow Dartfish, they're hungry for that 3rd win. They are just putting on all the pressure against Vandal Varsity.
Absolutely, as looks like this Dooley is going to hold W as Templaro are going to be able to shut them down, as Templaro, the only one alive right now, could potentially get some jumps in, as they're just going to be kiting away at the members of Undertow Dartfish, but the splashdown finds 2 from Kitsune. as Kitsune going to be going into the back, finds 2, make that a wipeout. This could potentially be the lead for Undertow Dartfish.
Oh man, they almost had that with the heavy spotline. They were getting some. They had the good range. They had the splash that they needed, but then that splashdown came in and just kind of ruined those plans here. Now they are just scrambling to regroup and kind of hold on to that line, not let them get that second checkpoint. But they are going down to the Swatana and the bucket as well. But the Tower Rider is just taken out. They're just continually putting on the pressure, but the splashdown is going to clear it out. They're just a point away from that lead. Are they going to be able to hold it on? They are indeed. As we go into this last minute, Vandal Varsity shutting down that push for Undertow Dartfish with a point away from that lead.
What a way to just really come at the enemy from all angles there, just making sure that no millimeter of the objective is untouched. And Undertow Dartfish looking to make another push, but we've seen Vandal Varsity's defense. They can hold off in these last 30 seconds, even with Sploosh Man's hammer. Vandal Varsity going to have the Wavebreaker online as we are experiencing a little bit of lag here, but the triple X strikes will come out on the side of Vandal Varsity. Vacuum going to be coming out from Undertow Dartfish as the Heavy has nowhere to go, but will end up taking out the Vacuum anyways, as it's a 2-down situation for Vandal Varsity. Make that a 3-down situation. It's only the Dapples left alive. They ended going down in a trade as Undertow Dartfish looking to make one last push to make this a 3-0.
Man, Vandal Varsity, they gotta lock it down here. They got those tri-strikes.
You get 2 picks.
Nope, they don't need it. Forget the tri-strike. They're just gonna rush the tower and hop onto it, give them that 1 point, giving them 1 point in the third match here, so that it is not completely in Undertow's favor. Very well played there.
Very well played indeed from Vandal Varsity. Just being able to play defense to the best of their ability, just making sure that each angle they need to attack from was covered, and making sure that, you know, the objective wouldn't be disturbed in any ways. It was really, really fun to see them clutch out that last point lead. Just being able to make sure that they maintained that lead, basically.
Oh, absolutely. And they fought hard for it. Like, it was this close to getting turned around for Undertow, but it's like, even when they were going 2, maybe even 3 down, they kept putting it back in. They kept getting back and just making sure that they couldn't stay on the tower for too long, and just it paid off. Like, they were able to get the team fight that they needed to keep the lead. And then once they hit overtime, then they just got to touch the tower at that point. They just got to touch the tower, and they were able to do that so well.
Absolutely. They just saw that hey, we can just go in from this angle, and if I can find the pick that's necessary, then hey, we win.
Exactly. Such good play. I'm glad they're able to get that last point right at the end there. And you know what it is? It's because they finally brought out their own splatling, so it kind of canceled out the splatling advantage that Undertow had. Totally, absolutely. Alrighty, but that is going to be the end of the set, and that's going to be the end of our Swiss bracket as well. We'll be moving on to our bracket round soon enough, but unfortunately, that is going to be the end of our commentary, Riffy. We're going to have to pass it on to the next set, so where can the good people find you before we log off?
You can find me here on the CCA Discord server, just under the name Riffy, or you can find me on Twitter at Riffy_SPL.
And you can find me in all the usual places: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, at IMadGamerII. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for being with us for this CCA Splatoon action. It's been absolutely fantastic to be here.
said we let it go, but we settled for the last. Couldn't let you want it though. Who am I to let you down? No. Who am I to let you down, down, down? If you let me walk away, maybe then we'd lose it all. No. Who am I to let you
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, and I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. And cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right? Full steam through the setbacks. You can't win them all, but I'm proud I tried. I'm glad we had a dialogue. It's good to shake the mind. Speeding up the pace, turning up the heat. Where I need to be for the first time. I'm taking risks, I'm casting off without a lifeline. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. And cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel? words, stop stalling in the doorway, and cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel?
me in sophomore year of high school.
Cyan. Well, we could start saying can join whatever. But...
Here we go.
This will be fun.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
your favorite CCA staff members are gonna bring you the semifinals and finals of Div 3. I guess as we wait for this matchup to start, I guess we can let's do just a quick round of introductions, just so everyone's on the same page of who's here. So DRF is here. Wow, you guys are so good at this.
Hello,
Hi,
it's Kira.
here.
It's your boy Corona.
And I think we have Cyan that's gonna be joining in a bit. So we've got 7 strong here today to bring you the last couple matches. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. But we're gonna start with Rainmaker Crab Leg. It's Rainmaker Crab Leg. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with this.
It certainly is a map mode that exists.
It is one of the map modes.
It is.
Hi Cyan, we are live, so
Umbrella, let's go.
Wait.
Why do we have Cyan here? Champlain is
Oh
playing.
shoot, I'm looking at the YouTube stream. I'm sorry guys, I am.
Oh, no.
DRF commentating in slow motion.
I know.
Apparently.
I was like so clear, like wow, how you know there's a 10th umbrella?
Plot twist.
And also, because I know we were watching it, UCF Knights and Long Beach are tied at 1-1 in Div 1.
Oh my
gosh, huge double. 3?
Triple!
Triple!
Hold up!
Zuka?
Wait,
Umbrella will prevail.
Unfortunate.
Coming away winning the Zuka War after all that.
That was actually pretty clean. I looked away for like a split second. I just see like in the corner of my eye like a bunch of names pop up.
That's when you know things have gone down.
Back to the check is it's something.
It's unfortunate that like nothing's kind of come of that. And then like just very low scoring game to start. The fact that no one's
Down on
really...
UGA though.
Yeah.
It's crap, like it takes this
And the
from
Redbeak
there.
just hovering
It's like
up
Champlain with
above
the check here.
Still there.
Oh!
Oh, with the Zuka. No, they don't live that.
It's a weird spot.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, a bit too early of a pick up for the Rainmaker to make a play out of it.
Ooh, good pick.
Roller pick.
Ooh.
They got Zuka.
And then the Zuka.
There you go.
That's 2
Two
down.
down on the side of Champlain.
No left. Ooh.
Just got it.
Here's the check.
There.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
They did get the check, yeah,
They got
barely.
him barely. And
I thought it stopped on
seeing the roller heading
Okay,
across the grates,
yeah.
distracting members of Seafoam as UCA Black managed to push just a little bit more up.
Good.
But,
Ooh,
well,
plank.
they do have actually. This is gonna be a really good look here, but
That bucket's in a really good place to get
hold
two.
on. Hold on, Green, we're cooking.
And they have the jet ready. The Zuka's coming out.
Oh, Mazet, who is this? Who is this?
I did Dragon.
Dragon Hollow.
Dragon.
All right, I see you with that tri-slosher. Okay.
Yeah.
They just hit ZR and hit a choke point.
There's the inkjet.
Come on, dear.
But,
That's coming up. That
it
carbon
was
is-
still a
never mind.
3v1 situation, so
3 down again.
Let me praise a fellow tri-slosher player. Okay, and they
Oh,
went
with
down.
those Zukas, those
Alright.
Zukas.
Zuka to stall. 3
Keeping
down.
the tent alive, that's a good person to have alive because you can get a lot of jump sites from the tent through the shield.
Yeah, well, they need to stay alive. Nope.
Unfortunately did not.
Ooh.
Inkman just exploding everywhere there.
Field.
Nito's gonna join, I think, too.
Oh god.
Bit of a risky play
Well.
there.
Not cure having to come in and help us on Hop Desk too, because we're all busy watching this match.
What is this comp? Oh my goodness!
People are blowing up here.
Actually,
They can't decide if they want meta or solo queue. What is going on?
Yeah.
It's lovely. I think it's very interesting.
I love it. I love
the Forge Pro and the Carbon.
No, I'm not complaining. This is an observation. I'm glad I'm seeing this and not like sniper or triple shot.
They just need to get they need to get out of Champlain's tents and
They need to win the game.
They just did.
They need to win
Hard
the
play to
game.
drop the rank to the
But they took the lead. They took the lead.
But they get wiped out though.
It's fine. It's
But
fine.
they took the lead.
That's the
By the
important
minute
part.
you need to cover space fast
Yes.
here.
I heard
All they have to
win
do-
the game, you need to
love
lead.
this rail.
If they're able to play
Wow.
stall for that, if they're able to play
safe,
stall
though.
for that last minute, they win the game here. All they need to do is play it for stalls.
No.
UJ Black
and
needs to
that
make a
is-
massive push here.
Lucky from the top rope there. Oh my god.
Yo!
Ooh.
Wait!
I did get one with
What?
that.
Oh my
No
god.
way.
Wait.
No way.
Wait.
No way.
They know?
No
Hold on,
way.
hold on,
Do they
hold
know?
on.
Do they know? Can the pen clutch?
Yell again.
2 points. That's a really
Amazing
That
attempt.
would have been one of the biggest plays in this circuit so far. We just dove through the grades just a fraction too soon.
Yeah. Now it's just in a
Seconds-
really
10
good
seconds
spot for Champlain to keep it.
It's they're able to make a push from there through UGA.
Wait. Okay, wait.
It's
They
a
need to
bomb.
clear out that 10.
right.
Oh.
Never mind.
And that's game one, folks.
Don't turn your back to the pencil.
Yeah, they
That pit is just like-
kind of had to, but nonetheless,
Didn't they just
that
go under
was
the pit.
You know,
It was a very
that pit
valiant
is like the
effort.
last spot I would want to be.
Why is
with
Nico
Rain in
Chico in
overtime.
one of these games? What the heck?
yeah. Nico Chico plays for Florida. You didn't know that?
Dude,
It's their first season, so like
Okay,
Nico Chico's
okay.
very very new.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I have
Yes.
not seen Nico Chico until now. and I'm like,
It was part of the Great Florida Arms Race.
great
Oh,
team.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
the Florida
yeah,
Texas
yeah,
Arms race now.
Old Bay up 1-0 currently.
It was what? It's Nico Chico at Florida, and I think Haya at Southern Florida.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Central Florida like brought back Ego. So
What
there
happened to
was
our
like a
Cal-
lot of big adjustments in Florida teams.
What happened to Arcali? They got quiet now.
They had like an insane first tournament run. And
Yeah, I saw that,
which
and I
is
was like,
still insanely respectable. It's just that they've, been trying. I think they've been struggling a little bit to find some of that consistency, but nonetheless, like I mean, they're
They're in
hanging.
semis right now. What are you talking about?
they are?
Wait, they're in semis? Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, they're in semis.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell,
Take them out of it!
Oh,
Take them
okay,
out of
I
it!
was like, I was like, oh yeah, wait, they just be UCSD, duh, yeah, okay,
I
so
can't have them doing better than me. Take them out!
but okay. But I think Qualifier 2, Qualifier 3, I think they will agree that they left some stuff on the
Oh
table
yeah,
to
they
be
swept.
desired,
They swept
but-
gold, by the way. TRL.
Daybreak is kicking
What's up?
everyone's asses.
They swept gold.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, duh, like I forgot about
Yeah.
that. And now we're gonna get Knights.
UCF now.
UCF Knights versus Arcali. UCF Knights just completed the reverse sweep against Long Beach.
I'm not gonna lie, it took me like a few seconds to figure out what UCF was, and I was like, oh, Night Sharks.
That'll be an
Yeah.
interesting semi because those are two qualifier winners too.
It is 2 qualifier winners, so
There's so
And we
many
have the
teams that,
rematch of Death Roll and Old Bay on stream again for the second time today.
yes, that which is the fine thing. It
We're
was a
going-
good set.
rename themselves.
No,
this
it's a
time.
great set. I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
That is an interesting choice.
Switching over to the Sorella now.
Let's go!
Wait, hold on. What is the Sorella and the Dreadringer combo?
Arella?
And then
That
UGA
makes
that-
sense.
3 front.
Okay,
Get on
this is-
UGA
I
Black,
fucking
3
care.
short range shooters and a carbon.
Okay,
This
wait,
is-
wait.
I got
I
this-
need
here.
the insight on Seafoam here. Like, it's like, what?
Yes, of course.
What is
What-
this, like,
like,
I saw this
what
in
is
the
this
Dream
called?
Ass comp.
All right. So, if you want some real genuine insight, we're looking at supporting that Sorella here, especially with that Dread keeping up the paint. We're looking at a lot of paint control coming out of Champlain's lane, which you can definitely see as they're running forward ahead of the zone. and they are just trying to let that Umbrella just slay out, and it is starting to work because none of the other team can get. None of you J Black can getting close on them.
Was
But
this
that Carbon getting the pick.
in that last game?
Yep.
Okay, so is this just the Umbrella player?
Yep.
Gotcha. And then the whoever okay, so the dragon that was on the tribe now.
Dragon.
Okay. I like these comps that
Really like the pair, yeah.
There's some really gutsy comps, but again, if you play it right, you know.
Yeah. It can definitely work.
That reminds me, today we ran like double T-Tech, double roller against Daybreak. It's
How
funny.
did that go?
Oh wow. We almost won! We
Nito's
almost
here
won!
and Daybreak is still in the tournament, so...
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
beautiful jet shot.
That is out.
Old Bay just won today, by the way.
But the other semis
Okay, I thought you were calling me a white man for
just
some reason.
started.
I'm only 21. That's not old, is it?
Now we're young, Nito, don't worry.
Wait, 121? Oh,
23
God.
next ones.
Give
And
me
then
the
You're only
kill.
21?
I'm only. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Oh my
only
god,
21.
why are you so young?
Yeah, hold on. Bro, I thought you'd be like 22, 23 by now. Like, the way that you've been
Sounds
on
like
this
an
team.
insult.
The way that
I mean, I say that more as like a midlife crisis kind of thing since I turn 26 next month.
Oh no. Sorry.
Midlife. Are you expecting to only be...
Dude.
Surf, are you expecting to die at 52?
Anywhere between a quarter to midlife crisis. Well, I'm not sure, you know. We'll
Just say a third of a life crisis.
True.
Guys,
my
speaking
third
of
life
feeling
crisis.
old, did you know the Wii is 18 years old?
Don't.
Oh my
And
god.
you're done talking for today.
You know that Nintendo 64 is 64 years old? Back in my
Crazy how
day, I
Nintendo made
played-
63 other consoles before the 64, though.
I played the
Yeah,
Nintendo
they've been a lot
64 during
faster,
downtime in World War II.
Everyone remembers the Wii, but do they remember the W?
I clearly don't.
Hell, that was the Wii U.
I'm here, and Daybreak's over there.
Yeah.
I love how, like, Champlain and BG are just gonna look back at your VOD and be like, they're not even commentating, they're just...
Damn it, Daybreak
This game is so bad. This game is so back and forth and fast too.
I
No,
know.
there's like a good ass game going on, and
No.
you're being old.
Daybreak has swept
Yeah.
everyone. No, okay, they didn't sweep everyone. Bad the Barnacle was the only one that took a game off.
You're really salty about this, huh?
Yes. I want Daybreak eliminated.
They're a great
like-
team!
It's like no. It's like
How
the,
dare you? They've been
It's
around.
like the-
They've been around forever.
It's like the tweet that says I want that twink obliterated, but instead of a twink, it's Daybreak.
The first time that sentence been said on the CCA stream.
This is live.
Really,
Yes,
really
yes,
good
live.
hold from Seafoam here. To,
Oh my
to look
God,
at the
yeah.
game again. That penalty's almost up. Like,
Yeah, UGA like had a massive lead out, but
They have a Zuka though.
they have
For the
Azuka
record,
online.
Get them now.
Zuka, one pick. This Zuka and Whale. They need to like make a play now.
That Zuka's that Zuka
Really
player's
gotta
good
get
for
out of that
forward. They
game.
come up. Zuka's offline.
Here's the tap here.
I suck at this live thing.
Carbon going for a hero play here.
Ooh,
Oh no!
lead
that's
swap
fun.
again.
Dude, man.
If they hold zone out, yeah, I think
They
that's
have
game
the
right
thing, they can
there.
hold it.
Oh, that was
There
good.
it is.
Let's go.
Seafoam, Champlain Seafoam 2-0 advancing.
What does Seafoam taste like?
I can't answer that question.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not answering that. I don't taste my school's team members.
Ugh. How about other schools?
Sometimes.
So,
Llamas have only dropped 2 games this entire day.
Wow.
Alright, and then... Okay, so, Omazen, are you... Okay, you're in, it looks like, okay.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Sorry, because I'm just doing my stream coordination job at the moment. So because the UCF Knights and, delayed our bracket a lot, I'll just, like...
Just blame us, come on.
Blame them, yeah. Like, how can it do that? But... So, they just started game 1 of the semifinals in Div 1, so, like, they started game 1 after the other semifinals finished. So, I am trying to get the Div 1 stream into their matchup for game 2. So, Vapor is, I think, hovering right now. I think they have, like, 2.5 minutes left in their game.
In other notes, Div 4 Finals is between NCCS Llamas and Clark Court.
NCCS?
Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention, and it was my division to moderate, so...
Where is
We
it?
don't listen to you, Krona.
What's NCCS?
Newmont College of Computer
Newmont.
Science in good old Salt Lake City, Utah.
I need them playing against the Colorado School of Mines.
Honestly,
I don't know why.
that would
I don't
be a
think they have.
legendary matchup.
The minors haven't been around in a while.
UC Miners?
Well, there's not a lot of
That
miners in
brings me
CCA.
back.
Grew up.
That's the name that brings me back.
No, you know who I do miss though is good old Nazareth.
Oh my
Like-
god, yeah.
Oh wow.
Like I miss the Let's Go
been there, like, a
Naz
year.
comments in the chat.
For some reason, my brain automatically went to Naz Reid.
You were not
Talking
wrong.
about the Minnesota Timberwolves now?
Yes.
You know who I miss, DRF? I miss SDSU.
I miss
Yeah.
San Diego State as well, and I hope they're doing as well as they can be. I know they're trying to kind
Yeah.
of rebuild their program a little bit, but hopefully we'll see them in the spring. But fingers crossed. So, because Carnegie Solder Fries is still one of the best brands in general.
They've been playing since season 1, right?
They did.
Is
They
UT
played
Austin?
season 1.
I
They
think so,
played
yeah.
season 1 through 5, but I know 5 was a little bit rough on them.
Are UT Austin
They dropped that
still
pretty early
around?
in season 5, I think. I think
Yes,
they stopped
they
pretty
did.
early.
What, Nino?
Are UT Austin's team still around?
They just had 2 teams play today for, I think, the first time. Both Daybreak and Equinox are UT Austin.
Equinox has been here before.
So that
I think this is
was
Daybreak's
okay,
first.
cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because they didn't have like, they didn't obviously didn't have their UT Austin next to them, but I was like, are y'all?
You're like, this seems familiar.
I mean, they're one of the most consistent brands here in the CCA.
Yeah.
They are, and they
Don't
they,
even
they
get me
have, like,
started.
They do have a really nice, like the Nightfall Daybreak combination of sister teams works really well. But I don't think Nightfall
Yeah,
is
it's great
around
gaming.
currently. I think Daybreak is a combination of the 2 rosters, if I have it correct.
There's
and then
5
even
people on the
what-
roster, so maybe.
Yeah, and then one of the Nightfall players is playing for Equinox as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, keeping
Well,
with
they're
that theme.
doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, Daybreak was kind of one of those hard ones for us to seed because Nightfall always tends to be the better team between the 2, like just by a
Yeah.
smidge. So we're like, okay, Daybreak, this is kind of combination of 2. Like, they can probably hold their own in Div 1, but like, let's throw them in Div 2 because we don't really know what to expect from them right now, and they're now in finals. So we can probably, if they come back at Qualifier 5, I would really like to see them play there because it seems like they are handling this very well, despite a couple of stumbles here and there, like dropping one to bad to the Barnacle in round 1.
I mean, losing a game to Houston's never bad, but
No, no.
Cool.
Yeah,
we're back in the match.
Here we
yes,
go.
we are.
There's a lot of stuff.
I know.
I'm here for it.
Mantle Rainmaker, of course, there's 3 buckets out today.
Shooting a Dreadwinger.
We need to see more
Oh, no, that's
Dreadwinger, I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, rough spot's run out of ink.
I think especially on like
3 down on UCF.
This is a
Knights
really good
side.
start for Champlain.
especially on maps like this, Dreadwinger could be really good.
The Zap is only half
Oh,
the tools,
absolutely,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. That jet.
Oh,
I think it would be really good bait.
Oh, they got the cooler out.
Close,
He did
but
not
will
want
anybody
to
actually
jet.
manage to get it?
Yeah, I mean the Zap didn't get cooler, and the
Three
short didn't
people
matter.
on tower.
They just need to get the drive up there. Oh,
Nice.
Already at the
Ooh.
50-point mark, just off that one
That was
wipe
kind
at
of
the
poor
beginning.
Zuka.
Really
Oh,
good.
getting 2 checks on the fish.
Broke the checkpoint.
Yeah, all that
Not far
from
past it.
first fight.
This map tends to snowball past checkpoint too, so
Yeah.
not a
Clearing
safe
that within
lead
the
yet.
first minute is really big for them.
Very big, but not a safe lead yet.
Oh, come on, there you go. I was like, just you
Here
need
come
to
the
like
special
put your
now.
toe on
Just
the
hit.
tower.
See how much damage DCS you get done here, but they'll be stopped
Ooh.
right there. But nope, still going actually.
Having the buckets set up here, they're gonna be able to hit over those walls. It's gonna be really big
Yeah,
for
not
them.
walling them off with the strikes.
Yeah.
That bucket's in a scary spot now if they can
Oh
like,
yes.
stay there and get in court.
Champlain needs to get their
Going
crap
1 for
together.
1 there. Pushing all the way to third.
That's really not good.
Ooh, that reslider.
Get the
That's a
2
big
picks.
push.
You gotta
So
find
they're just
them.
going for as many points as they can.
Dragonella just
oh my
left
God.
to them's own devices on the left.
They used the cooler to block
Knockout.
shots?
Oh my.
Ooh!
Oh, barely.
There's still one there! Oh, they went down!
Oh,
That's a wipe on the
they
side
got
of
a
Champlain.
pretty
Yes,
rough
that's a
one.
wipe.
Just like give himself a wall between the cooler and the pillar on the tower. Like,
Yeah.
just like work that check.
Alright, see if they can do it.
No, that's one of the fun things of the cooler is like you really could use it. Like I don't know, I feel like people don't realize that you could like use the cooler as just an additional barrier sometimes, and it is
Yeah, it's one of the things
insanely
to do on
It's
the
indestructible. Like you can just
Yeah.
flop that on tower.
Exactly, like it really is a special in
Oh
more
my God,
ways
double?
than just
They're like
a
a
soda.
Also a bomb, I
I mean-
believe.
I mean, it could get destroyed if the tower like rolls into it, but otherwise, yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's the only way that it is destructible is you know, moving obstacles
geometry.
on the stage.
Actually, I'm
It's,
pretty sure
I've
if you
lost
throw a
my
cooler on top of a cooler,
Ooh.
that also breaks the cooler.
Yes, that is also true.
Yeah.
And if you do that, it actually automatically resets the cooldown on the cooler.
Is it actually?
From the first cooler, so you could 100% do that. So we've actually done that before. Somewhat, I think Shiny was the one that did it. It might have been at Booyah Bay where I threw down a cooler and Shiny just
Good bomb
like we
there.
all picked up soda and Shiny threw their cooler on top of it to reset my cooldown because we had already all grabbed soda.
I'm taking notes, just so you know.
Yeah, but obviously it only works if you're running double cooler, which not too many people do at this point.
I
nice
mostly
pick
love
on the
making
sword.
double cooler.
Oh, I love
We
double
just completely swarmed
That's
there.
the one
now.
thing about that I like about like mid-high level Splatoon is when people come up with like crazy stupid shit like that, and then I try it out and I'm like, wait, hold on, they're cooking. It's always like this
I'm a
epiphany for me.
cooler hater when there's only one cooler. If there's no coolers
Yes,
or two coolers,
that is fair.
I'm interested.
Like double cooler is just so much fun. Like because it's almost like silly at that point.
Ooh, good squid roll from the bucket.
It's like barely escaping a bomb.
You either daisy chain them or you just do stuff like Shiny did.
Yeah,
gotta get out.
daisy chain
here.
them.
They're 2 down, but
Oh,
Oh,
2 for 2.
oh,
A whole drug fight over
Dragon
here.
able,
and another-
Dragon able to
another
clear
1 point
everybody out.
lead.
Hedging for goomies. So, like,
No!
Oh my god.
Right. You
Not
just wanted to say
now.
that, huh?
I did just want to say that, yeah.
Like, I was like, goomies aren't even in the picture right now.
No, but they keep getting to 1 point repeatedly and then stopping. It's like, come on.
Right.
And that's it, man,
Yeah,
right?
GG strikes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, those words were not just said on an official CCA stream. Oh my god.
Those are good words, you know. Maybe we should think
Thanks,
about.
Open.
See, you're entitled to that opinion. I'm gonna disagree with it though.
I'm just saying, I make a great model.
When we're over break, Corona, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Sure.
This is already a very interesting set. Like, sure, it was a push to 1, but it's like, it's still like very winnable from the side of Seafoam here.
Yeah, they
Definitely.
kind
Yeah, they
of
have a lot
get
of
so
good
much
moments
stuff
in that
together,
match,
though.
too.
They're just letting UCF kind of run over them with their pushes.
Ooh.
Who?
Yeah, and Obey Brigade is in
I
Grand.
think Brioche just... Wait, was that a triple from Brioche? I think that might have been.
Bro's commentating on the other stream right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just because I wanted to make sure, because I'm doing stream coordination stuff, so I'm like making sure that the match actually is going. So,
Yeah, winner of that match will face Obey Brigade. Obey has beat Death Roll 2-0.
yeah, because that was the one that was on stream, but now,
Right,
because the Knights match got so delayed, I told Vapor to just jump into UCF Knights versus Arcaley Game 2.
That's fair. Also, looks like Clark Coy takes game 1 against the Llamas.
Let's go.
Let's go, Clark.
I say that I say that like I don't absolutely love and root for the Llamas all the time.
I was gonna say, you're like the Llama's biggest fan.
I am, but it's
I am also a
Worcester
Llamas
team.
fan. I just think that having a llama as a mascot is really freaking cool, and we need
Anyway,
more
the
llamas in our
Thunderbolts back
lives.
here in Tucson.
Knights just win. We now have 2 UCF teams in grand final matches.
Let's go.
Let's see if they can tie VCU for having 2 of their teams win 2 divisions in the same qualifier.
Arcali just lost 2-0. Oh my
And-
god.
Okay, really good start for UCF Knights Rising here right away.
Oh yeah, they're pushing up
the
fast
tap
and
on
far.
zero.
Oh my god.
Ego on UCF is crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he is.
Trying to get forced back out though. They weren't able to maintain his pace.
They do have those strikes.
The re-slider didn't move out of the re-slider.
Ooh.
He dodged it, nice. Oh, it's
Back up, good.
Match 2.
Was that Div 3 third?
I'll check. Let's see. It's 4.
No, it was Div 3 third is the help desk one.
Oh. Yeah, Div 3 third place is good. Yes. The Knights won Q2. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I guess it's
Between Arcaley Knights
Double
and
re-slider.
VCU.
Oh, I'm not near. These re-sliders, I love them. I love them so much.
Yeah. All those suction bombs just wanted to hang out together.
Oh, wrong direction.
Oh, a lot of quotums.
Everyone's dead now.
And another re-slider.
There we go. We lost Nito to the void once more.
We got re-slidered.
Oh, you're just gonna head out.
I like to think he's going to go Rage Red Daybreak somewhere else.
Probably.
We could talk about it off
Ooh.
stream.
Lockout.
Yeah.
Right.
This is super lockout heavy match. If they can just push up and hold this space, this could
Got another
easily
reef,
flip in
too.
direction.
1000%. They have the re-slider.
It's a bit ever since the rework, I feel.
The other team doesn't have the defensive re-slider.
Ooh, that's
But now
that.
they do.
Cooler went a
I'm
little
a
too
late
far
goal,
out.
though.
Ooh,
Yeah, that
unfortunate.
goal went
What?
way too far out.
Let's go UCF.
They got zero benefit from that. Just a bit of unfortunate placement.
Yeah, the penalty's not even that bad, really, for UCF right now, either.
No, not a bad. It's not bad for either team.
Look at that.
Over the
Ooh. Re-slider's going in a bit
But the
Dread's
Dread's
going
going on
far.
Chapter.
That's really not good for Champlain.
Doing,
Not at all.
yeah.
Well, Champlain's gonna have one more chance here. They can't rush it. Like they need a build special, and you know they're gonna need to let this go into single digits.
Now. One's coming out.
They have a Zuka and
There we
in a
go.
reef.
This is it right here.
Here we are.
They can't go down.
If they get that sword out. There we go.
Oh no, that was early! No, the reef slider was early!
Unfortunate. The Zuka's not going to be able to paint it.
No.
Did they not realize that? Did they think they lost the Zuka not realizing they had cooler maybe?
Well, one, if the cooler was a little bit like closer to where they threw it down, more people would have been able to pick it up, and I think they could have gotten actual fast respawns off that wipeout. So I think that's one thing for sure. And then on top of that, going into that last push, I really liked the patience out of them. I thought they were super good about just not rushing in, but then they just got just a smidge ahead of themselves at the very end there. They needed to just focus on the kills because the Knights were rushing them at that point. They could have just kind of held down and try to if they got one or two of those picks clean, that Reef Slider could have slipped in and forced the neutral, and then that way now they really have a two-front fight. So I don't know if it would necessarily resulted in them flipping the zone entirely. But at least it would have bought them a window of opportunity to flip that right zone. So it's just they played patient, but then just went a smidge early at the end.
Yeah, I don't know the name, but that sword on the side of UCF right at the end it looked like a double trading out, causing Seafoam to panic right at the very end. Just really made everything crumble at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a valiant effort for sure. But yeah, the Knights definitely got away with one there.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I just checked it, and the strikes for the set are Inkblot TC has been struck by UCF, and Champlain struck out Humpback Clan Blitz.
I'm just kind of surprised
So
by
the later
the
games of the net
Inkblot
list.
tower.
Yeah, that's interesting. They have a sword player. Swords does pretty well on tower. I'm unsure why you'd want to strike it out, especially on Inkblot. It's able to demand a lot of attention on mats.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a little bit surprised by that choice, but I mean, it's maybe they just wanted to get tower out, or I don't know.
They're running buckets and swords. It's definitely a very, very good map mode for them.
And well, they got something in mind then. But this is match point. So if UCF Knights Rising wins this, then that's that.
They clearly just have a lot more confidence in the other modes.
Matter.
And then Old Bay and UCF Knights just started their Div 1 final. I'm gonna do some quick looks at the other divs.
Llamas and Clark are 1-1.
Davis is 1-0 on Daybreak.
You too.
Okay, I don't want to speak too soon, but like, are we gonna get some sub 4 hours today, guys?
Maybe.
You're gonna jinx it.
Don't jinx it. This is gonna go to a game 5 now.
That's a really good one.
Really good plan there.
Okay, get the clams, get the clams.
Oh, they just keep running in.
Hoken and I being our school's representatives, we're not... Hoken, if you're not going to be biased, I'm going to start up. Hoken, are we allowed to be unbiased today?
Defensively, they just hold that barrier.
You guys don't have... like, this isn't like official
just barely
you guys can be biased with your teams all you want.
Alright, let's go, let's go, get in there!
Especially since we have one rep from each school, like, cheer away from yourselves. Unless you, for some reason, like, want to just...
Really just, like, strong opening there from UCF, but that push itself, they only got the ball in, like, one planet.
Oh, wow.
I only like dunking on my teams in private. I'll support them in public.
Fair enough.
Top 2, that was a crazy wraparound kill.
Yep, well, that's the second break for UCF, but they definitely want to push below 16, which they did.
They have 2 going up on that top left as well for Seafoam.
And the bucket getting down is not good.
Look, they will manage to get a bit more in there.
Ooh, you should not have
pushed ever so slightly.
That's it.
Definitely the end of the push here.
Really
yeah.
strong, 4,400.
Like, we're not even halfway through this game, and like the Knights Rising team is just dominating.
They're just
right
playing
now.
faster and outpassing. Outpacing.
Exactly.
They can't
Yeah,
like
the
get
compressor
a
is
good
doing
Such a
solution.
good job
but-
of just like keeping Champlain just right where.
Ooh.
Like you can't really do anything when that bucket is just like poking you.
Not at all.
They got
Okay.
Very clean. Very clean.
They just need to get
this,
off in the
this also worked really well on Museum too.
They've got the jetpack.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Definitely need to get the high ground on these buckets right now. You got 2 buckets and staying below these ledges is not healthy.
Either don't try to get a position too.
It's like, oh, the dread barely gets picked there.
Ooh, very clean, Zuka.
Alright, melee.
You gotta get that bucket though. Nope.
Oh, that's a race. Never mind.
That ball
Yeah, they
might
are
be
leaving.
surrounded by blue.
It's a race,
Ooh.
Gary.
Yeah.
A race.
They gonna save this clam? They are.
Well, but-
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, taking it to the sneaky route.
That
They
No,
want
that's
to
not
divert
gonna work yet.
attention.
Definitely not.
I don't know how they actually bailed
They should
out
not
of
have
that
lived.
That's insane.
with their
Yeah.
Three
life.
picks
They-
there. Champlain is cooler, so they'll be back soon, but
Yes.
the slider scoring
They got that bucket on top left.
Prime position there.
That bucket. Ooh, but they get.
Oh,
I thought they called it.
3 for
That's
3.
Oh!
Ooh.
That was good.
Whoa,
Greg.
what is
Effectively
this?
a double wipe
What
there.
people on death matches
Oh my
that we're
goodness.
posting now? Like, what?
They are just trading back and forth, which is honestly really good for USCF. If nothing happens for the rest of this game, it doesn't matter. They still have the lead.
CCA 1v1 tournament when?
Bro, like, that's
Oh,
actually
boy.
what this was for a hot minute.
This-
It was just
this is-
everyone's like taking turns. Like, it was actually like freaking a smash.
Oh, unfortunate.
Unfortunate auto bomb
We don't
placement.
have enough clams to KO. Oh, yeah, no.
Well, they're gonna try to force it.
They might have the time.
yeah,
They'll be close.
They want it.
Oh!
Just need one.
Keep it alive if they can get one more in.
one person gets
But it's not enough.
they're gonna need KO in 30 seconds.
Actually, 1 point memed again.
This has to be a knockout in the last 20 seconds.
Ooh.
And it does not look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, honestly, I feel
way.
the Elite was getting way too aggressive with the Kraken there, just given the sort of game.
I mean, like, they kind of have
Oh, okay, never mind.
Nothing is
Damn.
working.
Okay.
Alright, well, Knights Rising is in Div 2 next qualifier.
Yeah.
They dropped
You heard it here, folks.
GG.
They
Spoiler
didn't drop a single game in Top Cut here.
Yeah. Just incredible run.
Let's see.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Knights Rising.
Rio
Amazing
versus
Won
run.
the third place.
3-0. 2-1 against Redbeak. So
Who's that?
they only dropped 1 game today, and that was against Redbeak.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
It is in. I was like in Div 4. Llamas and Clark Coy are now tied 1-1, and for third place, Drexel Gold sweeps for third.
All right. Yeah.
Are we
and
still?
then
Oh, okay. So time on Div 3 because yeah, Vespa got the sweep. So we are looking at
4:48. Then we started at
3 hours and
That's like
4
about-
minutes. That is a new record.
nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
Holbein's
wow.
up 1-2 in Div 1 grands.
Yeah. And in Div 2, UCD Splatoon White's up 2-0 over Daybreak right now.
Egg Spaghetti 2 is doing pretty good.
Yep. They're up 2-0 on,
UB?
over on the Cinderous in third place.
If everyone just like locks in and wins like right now, we could have all 4 divisions finished under 4 hours.
That'd
be insane.
The team's
That'd be
leading,
really
just
cool.
lock in. Yeah, true.
It's a tough ask because I think there's a Div 1. I think third place hasn't started yet, or they're on game 1 still. But like 3 quick
Yeah, I'm
knockouts.
just looking at the results.
Where are the fish?
And like, I think the crazy
is it
thing as
is it
well
time
is
to
we
update the
didn't even
fish
have to
counter?
like force any matchups to finish early today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
There
did.
Like
Yeah.
everyone got to play all
Honestly,
their games
I am shocked Div 3 was the first to finish because Div 3 was
because they were the
last
ones
to finish
behind.
in
Oh,
this
yeah,
list.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're the
you're
last
so
to
right.
finish.
They were the last to start Top Cut.
Where are the fish?
Good job, Div 3. You are our favorites tonight.
Yeah, Div 3 with the insane run back as a like.
You were in a little bit
insane
of trouble for a
comeback, I
bit, but you
should
made up for it.
say. Yeah, that's wild. Well, well, I guess we're done here on this stream. So I guess let's go ahead and wrap this one up. But for folks that are still watching,
twitch.tv/CCA_Splatoon. And remember to subscribe with Twitch Prime.
Exactly, and subscribe here on YouTube. So we'll do another YouTube stream in the future. I don't know, staff couch commentary was fun.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Make sure you hit the bell so you're notified of our
Thank you, Skipper.
All right. Well, thanks, stream. Go over to the CCA Twitch to see Div 1 wrapped up. But we'll see you all in Qualifier 5. This was fun.